Yeah, but not that kind. Not the good gains, you know. Yeah, it's it's is that what you call it? Belly bulking season? Well, for me at least. Adam's the one that's been working. He's been grinding. I watch his Instagram. He's been putting them up. We are live. Yeah, dude, I'm pretty comfortable with this is gonna go. You know, just, I think Adam and I've been working together for, I want to say the better part, almost 6 months now, and we got a good rapport. I mean, we've only done like one live stream so far, but
Yeah, we're live. We're live. And we'll do like a countdown 5 minutes, so we should be live in five.
we are live, gentlemen.
Yeah, we're live.
What is up, everybody?
No,
Welcome to the
no one's on.
chat.
No one's on right now. Sorry, this is screen, so nobody can hear you or talk.
Oh, okay,
So
okay.
you guys can freely talk. I'll give
Okay,
you.
you're saying we can freely talk.
Yeah, I'll go live in like 3-4 minutes. Just need to get a couple stuff.
He'll be live in like 3-4 minutes. He's just tidying up a couple things.
I'm so excited.
Okay, for sure. Dun, 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 dun,
PJ,
dun.
I'm so hyped right now.
Let's do this, man. Yes, sir. You have hot mics on starting soon.
Hmm?
You have hot mics on starting soon. You're not muted. You're good.
Okay.
It's good to talk.
You are good.
Hello, Origin PC. Happy Thursday. We have a very, very special Origin PC live build today featuring some special guest, Bajheera himself. Hopefully, you guys are having a good day on your end. We are going to be doing a live build with the one and only PJ.
Yo,
Uh,
yo.
PJ is on the
Hello.
mic. You can hear him. And hello, I see Kevin in the chat. We are going to also have, especially Alex. Alex is producing
Alex
behind
is.
the PC,
Yes, he is.
and I am solely on the camera today. So Alex will be behind the PC producing, but we have a very, very fun planned schedule today for you guys for this build. PJ,
What
how
do
are
we
you?
got going on? I'm feeling good. How about yourself, man?
Feeling good. I'm feeling great. I'm really excited about this RTS opportunity that we have with Bajheera. He gave us a really special opportunity, and I really am excited to see how on your end the build comes out. How are you feeling in terms of your building skills today? You feeling at your top of your game?
Yeah, I'm ready to go, man. I think I'm
Yeah.
gonna get this knocked out. I'm gonna get it knocked out at a reasonable time. I don't want to keep people lingering around for hours on end. I know that I could take my time and be a little meticulous with the builds, but we'll get it knocked out really quick.
All right. What's your goal in time today that you want to keep it under?
Let's see if we can. Let's see if we can keep it under 3. Because I know this needs to take. Yeah, let's keep it under 3 today.
Under
I'm
3.
pretty sure there's other people watching that are probably like, yeah, right. He takes 6 to 7 hours forever in a day to build something, but we'll get it knocked out in a very clean manner too. So we're good.
Yeah, we'll get it. I see in the chat. I do have visibility. We're gonna figure out those audio issues. Yes, we see PJ is echoing, so
I'm
we'll
echoing.
get that figured out. Please bear with us while we figure out some of these issues on our end, and we'll be sure to fix that. I'm looking a bit more swole than usual. Thank you, Syntax. Thank you. But yeah, so I'm going to quickly give a little rundown of the specs. We are having some issues on our end, so please bear with us. I'm going to do a quick rundown of the specs, and we can also share the link in chat to the landing page for Jackson's RTS. But we are working with a IQ 5000T RGB tempered glass mid tower, one of our new Corsair cases. Absolutely beautiful case. Everyone loves RGB. We want more RGB. That's the one thing we heard from everybody. More RGB is better. We're working with an NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3090 for the graphics card. For the processor, we have an Intel i9 12900K Alder Lake. Absolutely amazing processor. The motherboard, we are working with an MSI MPG Z690 Force Wi-Fi with DDR5 compatibility. For the memory, we are working with 32 gigabytes of Corsair Dominator Platinum DDR5. So 2 sticks of 16 gigabytes at 5200 megahertz. Megahertz. Said it right the first time. For the system cooling, we got an H150i Elite LCD CPU cooler. For the operating system, we got the MP600 core 1 terabyte M.2 SSD. For the storage, we got 2 terabytes 870 QVO SSD. For the system fans, we got LL120 RGB dual light looped RGBs. And for the power supply, we were working with a Corsair RM1000X 1000 watt 80 plus PSU. I seen PJ. And then, specifically, something that we are super excited about. I don't know if you guys can see it over there with PJ. We have that super cool, first of all, Origin logo on the bottom. But then next to the Origin logo, maybe PJ put your hand behind it so maybe they can see it a little bit better. We have Bajheera's signature himself. And it is super, super cool. Looks absolutely incredible. Bajheera took the amazing time to send us a signature. And if you do go ahead and purchase one of these RTS systems, you will get a signature from the main man himself. And I do believe we have Jackson on the call with us. If Alex, you could unmute Bajheera for us, and we can say hello to Bajheera himself. If we can unmute him. Is he unmuted? Is he muted? I
think so. There we go.
Can we hear him? There he is. How are you doing? How are we doing?
This looks fantastic on
Yeah?
the stream. I like the signature turned out all right.
Signature turned out incredible, and
Yeah.
I do believe he is currently on stream at the moment
Yeah,
as
I'm
well.
about to do an arena, so don't mind me.
So I appreciate you taking out the time to come on the stream and talk to us. So
No
remind me,
problem.
how many years have you now been working with Origin and
Oh
Corsair
my
itself?
oh my goodness, I didn't know I was going to be getting a history lesson, a quiz here. I think it's probably been since I want to say 2014, some
Wow.
around there. It's got to be
Yeah.
around there.
And
It's been a while. It's been an awesome long-term partnership, and we've done some really cool stuff together. But this PC is on another level, and because I've had some wonderful builds from you guys that have all been tremendous. But like I said, this one's kind of like even a level up from everything else we've done together. And the fact that now it's available for people to just pick up, ready to ship, is wild.
right. Yeah, no, and it's something that we've thoroughly enjoyed working with you. So we are glad that you thoroughly enjoyed this PC itself. I mean, I personally saw it on the YouTube video that you released. Looked incredible. We were
Yeah.
blown away and how excited you were. So I'm glad that you enjoyed it yourself. I
Oh
think you're in
yeah.
the middle of. Are you in the middle of a quest? You're in the middle of a raid at the moment. So I
About to do an arena. About to step in.
yeah.
Don't mind
So
me.
no, you're fine. No worries at all. So in terms of um, opportunities and um, in terms of the UV print in games and gains.
Yeah.
Where is this? Was this one of your favorite UV prints? I know you were pretty excited. This is a different UV print than we've done in the past. And in the past, we
Right.
did a games and gains logo. So what was your thought process on this UV print? It was a
Well,
little something different.
this one's like branded. It's like it's the real deal.
Yeah,
And
yeah. And then
we've had some really cool stuff with like my characters, like picture and stuff like that. But yeah, this is definitely a little bit of a different level right here.
right, and then
Especially because it goes so well with like the RGB that you guys set up. And I guess we're gonna
right.
be getting to some of that, right? But
Yes.
yeah, okay, I don't want to spoil it too much, but man, the like the actual cooling, like animated thing, holy moly,
Yeah,
that
and
thing
I
is so
think
cool.
PJ is showing it here. Something that's really unique for this. So the UV
Yeah,
print we actually did for Bajheera is very similar to this one right here, except the
yeah,
difference is for this RTS UV print, we actually changed it to an Origin PC logo. I
right.
love the 3D of the Origin PC logo with the neon looks super cool there.
Yeah.
So something that was really cool. I see the free PJ in the chat. PJ, are you being held against your will during this build? Yes, you are. You're being held against your will in this build. I promise he is not being held against his will in this build.
You're
But
gonna show
yeah,
off
no,
that PC, and you're gonna look good doing it, and you're gonna like it.
you're gonna you have to start building that PC.
Oh my gosh, look at the calves on that beast.
Games and
Oh my
gains,
gosh.
games and games.
And he's got the virtuoso on too.
Yeah.
What a specimen.
So PJ, I think you're gonna get ahead and start building here, or yes, you are. Okay, sounds good. But yeah, no. So Bajheera, what is some upcoming some? I know you said you're currently getting ready to go on a little thing, get away from
Yeah.
yourself. But what are some upcoming plans that you have for yourself, for the stream, for your community? What are some upcoming things you have planned?
Well, we've been playing a ton of Lost Ark, which has been a blast, but now we actually are working our way back into the WoW sort of scene a bit more, which is good because I love me some WoW. And
Mhm.
we've been looking forward to the new Path of Exile League launch, which is coming up on Friday. That'll be hype. And then, in I think at the end of June, we actually are doing another Twitch Rivals powerlifting meet. So we've got the full games and gains profile going strong right now in terms of like our planned events coming up soon. I got my work cut out for me, but it should
Right.
be a lot of fun.
Yeah. And then something that I actually like a lot. I love the motto games and gains because personally, I about a year ago started getting into the gym.
I can tell I'm pretty jacked over there, man.
No, it's the shirt. I promise, it's the shirt. It
Yeah,
looks.
that's what I say too. Actually,
Yeah,
that's what I say.
it's just the shirt. But yeah, no, it's something that's really cool for me because gaming is huge. Working for a gaming company and all, and now the gains have become
Yeah.
something that's
Gotta keep it
pretty
legit.
evident in my life. And I don't know if anyone from I know we probably have a lot of from your community in the stream as well. Something that stands out to me is on your stream where you're able to turn the camera into your actual personal gym and work out with your community. That's something that's definitely unique, and
How fun
not
is that, huh?
not a lot of people would be able to do something like that. So how long have you been implementing that into your personal streams?
We've been streaming the training, I think, probably since 2017. I think that's when we were able to get our own place, and having a home gym has always been like a dream of mine, but you didn't really want to like put a home gym in the apartment or
Right.
like the rental, So once we got our own home that we owned ourselves, we were able to make that happen. And that I believe that happened at 2017, because I remember at TwitchCon in 2016, I sat down with Twitch and I was like, hey, so we're getting our own house and we're gonna be putting a gym in there. And how do I stream my training on Twitch? Because at the time, Twitch was like pretty much like, non-gaming content wasn't really a thing, you know what I mean?
Right.
So we had to figure out how to set that up so that it was cool with Twitch. And they're like, all right, that's a really cool idea. We'll think on that. And just a little while later, the IRL section was born, It's pretty cool.
And so on your end, are you able to switch the feeds into your gym, or do you kind of just?
It's actually two separate PCs.
It's two separate pieces. I was gonna say that. Are you running in between the rooms to try and switch the camera feed?
I do, but it's end one, start the other.
Okay. Yeah. No, that's something that was very cool.
One of these days we'll step it up, and it'll just be like have like maybe like one streaming PC connected to like two gaming PCs or gymming PCs, so you have like the one that controls everything. That'd actually be pretty cool. I could do that someday. We definitely have enough PCs from you guys that are still kicking over the years that we could probably make that happen. That'd be fun.
That'd be very interesting to see. I see someone in the chat asked if this is a giveaway. No, this is not currently a giveaway. This is we are releasing. I think it went live earlier this morning. We are launching a RTS, which stands for Ready to Ship, line with Bajheera himself, and this is pretty much. It's not exact, but it's very close to identical to the build that we just recently sent Jackson on his end about a month or two ago.
It's very like 90, I would say 98% identical.
Right.
Just minus the color.
As it stands now, mine has a little more stuff in it than the current PC that we're seeing does. But
right.
We'll get there.
Right. So yeah, this is becoming an RTS line. We are releasing, I believe it was 10, and releasing 10 at launch of this build itself, and this will be it is now live on our originpc.com, and you can get your hands on a build that is very close. We'll say very close to what Bajheera is currently rocking in his setup. And yeah, that's something. And there also is a signature on there from the man himself that looks super cool, etched onto the PC glass itself. That looks absolutely incredible, and PJ has view on it, and he said it looks good on his end, right, PJ?
Nice. I'm glad it turned out well.
Yeah, no, it turned out incredible. PJ has an echo again, huh? PJ with the echo. So we're gonna keep PJ muted, because now we have to get the free PJ emotes in the chat, because now PJ truly is locked up. Because
is he coming through the streaming like mic setting and our call? Is that what's happening?
He might, yeah, because he's in the same room as the actual stream itself. So
Can you maybe just mute the mic from whoever's streaming? Like mute like on OBS, if you mute like the microphone and he only comes through the call, maybe that'd be okay.
That's Alex who's behind production might be able to do that on his end. I'm
just not sure if he's the mic that's being used by the PC.
It's coming through the wavelink is probably why.
How about now?
Do we still have echo?
Do I still have an echo?
Chat, do we still have an echo?
Because you have no echo for us.
Yes, no, he sounds good on our end.
Have an echo?
Works. No more echo.
Works.
Good.
Cool.
Good. We got confirmed. No more echo. No more echo. Love that.
There we go.
PJ is free.
Right, so let me get started on the motherboard. The motherboard that we have in this system is an MSI Z690 Force Wi-Fi DDR5 setup.
Beautiful.
I'm gonna keep this.
The best part, taking it out of the wrap itself. The best part.
Once again, if people want to get their hands on this, they can actually go to the Origin PC website right now, and it's available.
There I am, right there. This is my motherboard.
I can go ahead and, or we have mods in chat that can
Okay.
put it. We actually have the landing page that Syntax just posted in the chat a little while ago that shows you where you can go ahead and purchase, and actually gives a good rundown of the build itself and more about our partnership with Bajheera.
Okay.
As a reminder, everything that you purchase with Origin PC, there is backing of lifetime 24/7 US-based support. You can go ahead and call Origin PC any time of the day, and there will always be someone to answer your call to help you and diagnose your issues, which is something that's very unique about Origin PC. We always have 24/7 lifetime support. We are currently estimating that the will ship in 1 to 3 days. So
Wow.
the sooner you purchase, the sooner it gets to your doorstep to increase your gaming experience.
Awesome.
Well, Bajheera, not Bajheera, PJ, what are we showing there?
I was showing the Intel i9-12900K that is going into this bad boy right now.
Oof.
Pop and pop.
Some power going in.
Pow.
Some gains and
Like
fusion.
Step
in
Brothers.
this
Pow.
PC.
A lot of gaming and gains going into that PC at
Yes.
the moment.
That's what we need.
Got a Corsair Vengeance. Just 32 gig at 5200, if I'm not mistaken. DDR5 setup.
That's something that I love to see in all the Origin / Corsair components in there. Oh my goodness, the Origin X Corsair crossover pumps.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it's incredible working with Corsair, and just the collaboration and on all the opportunities is something that's very unique on every build that we get to put together, and it's super cool to see it come to life into fruition. Oh, look at the looks beautiful. Yes, Crucian. I see Crucian mentioning there's a new studio. We do have a
Crucian checking in. What's up, dude?
What's up,
we do have a
Crucian?
new background to the studio. And it looks super cool inside with the lighting, with the new walls. Special shout out to Crucian in the chat.
You see that?
I remember meeting Crucian back in the day at BlizzCon, dude. That's some OG right there.
I also have
Crucian's very good people, man.
Indeed.
Love working with that guy.
Yes,
so PJ, how many builds have you personally gotten to work on for Bajheera, and which has been your favorite, would you say?
Let's see, I started in the marketing department with Origin. I mean, I've been with Origin for almost 10 years. I started in manufacturing, but since I've been in marketing, I want to say from 2019, 2020, and 2021. I mean, so I probably we didn't build a PC for every year. It's probably every other year. So I probably built 2 of them for him so far. And the third one recently, the new one, that was actually built by our new marketing tech, Selena. So just you can see just to tell you, the quality of work just passes on from one to the next, man. She's killer when they build too.
Crazy. I'm like I said, I've talked about it a lot already, but I'm blown away by this PC. It's wonderful.
Did you hear, Selena? Did you hear?
Selena, you rock.
Special shout out to Selena. Yeah, I've personally gotten to see Selena grow a lot over the past couple of months, and her excitement for each build and her time into taking each small detail has gotten a lot better, and she absolutely loved working on this build, and she was super excited once it got to your door, and then especially when she saw the YouTube video about you guys talking about the build. Also the setup you have in your house is incredible. I'm very jealous of what you got rocking in the studio over there.
It's a fun setup.
Both for the home gym. You know, the home gym is definitely something that's a goal of mine as well.
Yeah, it's a dream come true for me.
Long time, is a goal for me.
Working, but yeah. That too. Another big element to the gym.
You just want to lay your foot down someplace and make it permanent, dude, because renting now is just ridiculous.
That's why one of the reasons why we decided to buy the place was like, yeah, you know what? Rent keeps going up. Let's just go ahead and just get ourselves a little something.
Absolutely. For what you pay in rent, you could probably pay that in mortgage, or depending on who your loaner is, maybe less.
Exactly what we did. Yep.
So I had that shock. My brother told me. My brother's had a house. He bought a pre-built house a long time ago. And I asked him what he paid in rent. He's like, "Oh, I paid this much money." He pretty much pays maybe like $100, $200 more than what I pay in rent. And I was like, "Are you kidding me?" He owns a 4-bedroom house.
Yep. Just got to go for it.
think we got a change in the camera. That camera view looks incredible. I think we got a close up going on of the current progress on
Oof, I'm gonna
PJ.
take a look.
So why don't you tell us where we currently are at, PJ? in terms of
I'm
the
still
build?
working on the motherboard right now, but inside the motherboard kit, I need to get the back plate so I can put this in the back of the motherboard to prep for the cooler when I do mount it inside the system. So I'm just getting some of the pieces out, and it's cool because the H150i comes with every single part you need. So if you are working with an AMD motherboard in your system, it comes with the AM4 setups, Threadripper retention brackets as well. It comes with a different color plate, so if you aren't satisfied with the black one, you can go with this white clear one that you can put inside there.
Ooh.
But we're not working with that.
Nice.
This isn't even going on the system. We're actually working with this guy right here. So
Ooh.
what's really dope about the Corsair H150i Elite Capellix is that if you don't want the original plate on there and you want to upgrade, you can buy this upgrade kit and you can put the OLED kit just like the one that's on your system right now.
Yeah, I'm actually obsessed with that run right there.
That's super cool, right?
Yeah, that thing is like when we
you can actually see it's
booted
got
it
a
up
couple
and I
of-
started to see that like kind of green origin thing, I was like, oh
Yeah.
my god.
The logo. looked
Yeah, you actually need to
incredible.
get that. Yeah.
Alex actually designed those. The guy
Seriously.
behind the camera right now. Yeah, the guy behind
No
the camera.
way.
Yeah.
Dude, that is some super next level cool stuff right there, man.
So I do see a question in the chat for this lovely beast PC. I'm curious, is it going to be Windows 10 or Windows 11? If
11.
I'm not mistaken, this will be Windows 11.
11.
Yep.
We upgrade all of our systems now to Windows 11 Home or Pro, depending on what it is you choose. I don't quote me on that 100% because I'm unsure if, but I'm pretty sure that every system that that goes through the assembly line now, when it's completed through assembly process, that's automatically put with Windows 11.
Cool. Yeah, Windows 11 is working fine for me. Some people like get sketched out about like new operating systems.
Absolutely, I've heard a lot of people complaining, but I mean, I have it on a setup at home that you would think it wouldn't function on, and I haven't had one issue with it.
Yeah, it's been fine for me. Anybody's concerned out there?
This
operating system
shot
on the PC that we're talking about is working just fine.
I'm getting mesmerized by the current
So-
shot that I'm seeing.
The clips, just so you know, with the cooler guys, if you guys are watching the build, with the 12900K, the 12 series in particular, they're going to come with 3 different brackets. Usually, you guys know I use the 1150 bracket or the 115X. You don't use that one on the 12th gen. You're going to use the Intel 1700. This is the one that's actually going to hold on top of the processor and the cooler properly. These are too short. You don't want to end up using these. You start scratching your head wondering why. It's because you're using the wrong screws. This kit comes with everything you need. If you ever want to switch up or downgrade, like I said, if you decide, hey, I don't want to do Intel, I want to do AMD, you can always switch up and you have the Threadripper bracket inside the box. You could just clip it right on, plugs right in. You don't need to go and buy yourself an entirely new cooler.
Cool.
PJ, we're getting a shout out to you. These new cameras, they said they can see your face absolutely clearly now, but you're looking a little tired over there.
I'm miring this setup.
Are you tired, PJ?
Not tired at all. No.
You got a lot of energy. I think he's
full energy.
Full of energy. Always ready to do something. PJ is always ready for an adventure.
Ready for action.
Sorry, I had to mute my mic there for a second. I had a little bit of feedback on my end. Got a little shout out to Alex for a firmware update that shows Origin PC boot screen for the LCD screen. That's something that's super unique with the LCD screens. You can just stick something in. I think we have done some pretty amazing things with those LCD screens, but just the ability to fully customize even the internal of your PC now to the LCD screen on the cooler itself, that's something that's really unique and I think creates more of a personalized system than
ever
before.
You can put anything on there, right? That little screen.
Yeah,
yeah.
You can put your own animated GIFs if you choose.
Yeah.
To.
Have it kind of go between the Origin, Corsair, Games and Gains logos, you know?
There you go. Yeah, you can do that.
Sounds like a good idea to me. Sounds like something that would be pretty cool.
I don't know, man. The Origin one that you guys have set up right now looks pretty sick. It's
yeah,
swirling around.
I think it was the
awesome.
green one you said, right?
Yeah.
And which RGB was set up on your case when it originally came? Do we have RGB?
Green, yeah.
Green. So it matched.
Yeah, it does. Which is green's like my favorite color. So somebody must have done the research, or it just ended up being perfect.
Sounds like is the Games and Games logo is red itself, correct?
Yeah, it is.
So
it's like red, gray.
Maybe we should in the future do a Games and Games.
See, we've done a few.
I do have an old rendering of that. That's what when we were doing the original build, I originally thought I was like, oh, okay, we're going to reuse the same one. So I did put that I started to set that up on the wallpaper, and then
Yeah.
our designer goes, "No, this is the one that you had approved," and they sent the green one
No,
over, and I was like,
yeah,
"Oh,
it
this is
it was great the ones before too. But that's what I'm saying. This one's like just a different vibe, which is fine.
I dig it
It's good to have it switched up every once in a while too.
for sure."
for me.
You don't see what we do next time.
So I
Yeah.
It'll be for the It'll be for the what? The 13th gen.
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
So I feel
PJ.
like-
we don't have any insight into 13th gen as much as I
I'm
wish.
just
as
just
much as I
keeping-
wish we did. We do not have insight there yet.
I don't know. I'm not saying I don't know anything. I'm not saying I do. I don't know. I don't know how to say, like,
Never
I'm just
deny.
talking out of my butt right now, and I just
Conceivably, there may at some point be a 13th gen.
Yes.
Whether or not we know anything about it right now.
Spoiler alert. At
Just
some
planning for the
point,
future. Just
yeah,
planning for the
at some
future.
point, spoiler alert, there will be a 13th gen released. So PJ, I see we're working on wiring here.
yes, sir.
Where are we at with the wiring
Okay.
currently?
I'm gonna start wiring up all the case cables to the motherboard itself right now. So that's what I'm currently working on. I'm installing the USB 3.1 Type C. Now I'm gonna install the 3.0 onto the system.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna go right. Where's his sucker at? He's right here. All right, so we're gonna put that right.
So while
There.
PJ is doing that, a quick reminder: we can post the link in chat. Mods, please. That you guys can take a look at the internals of this computer itself again, and we can put the specs up on screen in case you guys did not know. This
Yep.
is a PC that you can buy.
Available
This
now.
is actually a production build right now. This isn't for marketing purposes. This is an actual build that was pulled and given to me from the manufacturing line.
And this
So this
you
can
have
be.
you have the opportunity if you guys do purchase one of these PCs. I see Bajheera's cat is there, super excited at the opportunity.
Yeah,
You
Lily's
do have an
pumped.
opportunity to get
This
this
is
build
cat
from
number
this
2 coming in.
stream that PJ is making himself today.
That's right.
But yeah, we'll put the link in chat. I see we have there, but this is a super cool PC with the 5000T. If you guys did not know what the 5000T was, it's the new case released by Corsair with more RGB, because more RGB is better, because we are gamers at the end of the day. The more lights, the better.
True.
Does Bajheera's PC come with a cat butt? No.
That's an optional add-on, but that's on
That's
you.
an optional. It's a DLC that you may be able to purchase at a later date.
Any local animal shelter should have that for you.
You should imagine that they open up the box and just free cat comes out.
The next startup that we'll put on the LCD will be a picture of your cat and the cat butt for everyone.
Exactly.
For everyone, the build is almost as jacked as Bajheera himself.
Yee.
It's getting there. It's getting there. I gotta definitely make sure I hit the gym today to keep up with this PC.
Oh.
It was pretty heavy, wasn't it, when it came out the box?
Yeah, you better be ready. You better get
Opening
your
out
core
of the
tight before
box.
you start lifting that thing out. Yeah.
It's a workout itself when you open it from the box. A little pump in, a little curl with,
for
the
sure.
PC really quick.
Well
You know?
worth.
If you don't mind me asking, how much would it be if a person would like to buy one? Well, of course, there is differences based on shipping and based on where you are located. But there is two different options. We have a financing option for as low as $128.45 a month. And then I believe before taxes, this bad boy is around $5,400, according to the website.
That's a big one, but it's gonna last you a while too.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, this is once again, Origin PC has made me PCs that are just fantastic over the years, that have been everything I needed at the time. But this one's like on a different kind of level. Like I'm gaming, streaming, recording on a 3440 by 1440 p widescreen monitor, like, and I've capped my FPS at 150 playing WoW, and it's like that's at 150. It's something different. You guys have infused this PC with more games than I knew were possible. So it's gonna last you a while. So
yeah,
it's a good one.
And it's the top, like majority of everything in this PC is pretty much top of the line, current top specs.
Yeah.
Even though we said we don't have insight into 13th gen, which I would love to know. No spoilers. but it has everything top of the line. This thing is going to last you a very good amount of time, and you'll be able to run almost, if not everything, on that PC itself.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, you can hardly even hear the thing. Like it's got all that power, and it just sits there, just like, you know,
Just
it's like,
hums.
but I was gonna say hum, but it barely even does that. It's just like I don't know. I feel like I have
love the
like
sound of that,
I
which
have
is
like a
nothing.
fan to cool my room, and it's louder than, and the fan's quiet, but the fan's louder than my PC fans, and there's like 12 of them in there. It's actually insane. So I'm gonna keep in mind when you see this big old beefy PC, it's actually just silently doing its thing.
Let's see. How many PCs would you say over the years that you've had? How many PCs do you think you're? What number of PC is this currently at for your for personal setups?
Is this 3 or 4?
This is probably
in terms of Origin PC or PCs in general?
Oh, from you guys, I think this is my 4th one. Haven't worked with you guys for dang near 8 years. You know, I think it's
a
probably
new PC every 2 years.
We do. And I don't necessarily need a new PC every 2 years, but we get one. And I'm not going to turn them down if it's in the contract. It's like, hey, you know, I'm not going to fight you on it. You know, I'm not going to fight you.
We all
like, hey, what's going on? So we have this new PC. Yes.
Yep.
More RGB. That's the reason. More RGB.
Send it over. Yeah.
PJ,
so we've had a couple over the years. It's been awesome.
How are we doing over there, PJ? How are we feeling?
Doing good, man. Doing
the wiring.
Good.
PJ, if you guys didn't know, PJ takes excellent care. He pays super attention to detail on his wiring. It's one of his favorite parts of building, isn't it?
It's the most annoying part for everybody else, but it's my favorite part. It actually is my favorite part. Some people are like, "Oh my god, how can you like that?" It's like the more wires, the better. If I can take my sweet time on it, then I enjoy it. But sometimes, you know, crunch times are like, "Oh man, how am I going to do it?" Because in my back of my brain, I'm like, "Oh, I see something I really want to do," and then it's like, "Nope, you can't do it. You have X amount of time to get it done." So it's not a water cooled setup, so I'm pretty sure we can get.
You have a lot of patience. I'm jealous because I do not have as much patience when it comes to wiring. I would lose it.
It's not that hard.
Yeah, if I put just judging by the way my wires are in the office, it would definitely not look like that. I'll tell you that right now. Definitely not.
Even like cable managing, I've had people ask me, "Hey, can you just come over to my house and just clean up the mess that I have in the back of my computer?" I've gotten more. I'm like, cool, all right, I'll go do it. So I've done that before too for people, and I've done some. It's like I think I'm just gonna go and just clean it up real quick and just tidy up a little mess, and I ended up sitting there for like 2 hours. Like, are you done yet? And I was like, no, but I got a better idea how to do this.
You work on the fly. When another opportunity presents itself, you go for it.
Correct.
But yeah, let's get more into talking about Bajheera itself. So what was the inspiration for you to become a content creator and a gamer and streamer? Like where did that stem from itself?
Well, so specifically, I think I was watching gaming videos on YouTube, and this was my favorite kind of thing to watch. And for a long time, I was like, you know, it was cool to be able to like learn about things like the games that I was playing, and it was fun to just consume content about things that I'm interested in, which is gaming primarily. But what's funny is like when I look back on like what I did just for fun as a kid, is I used to make like a bunch of like little Lego movies, you know, like I do like really like not great stop action with like my Legos and my action figures and stuff. And so growing up, it was like, okay, so what did I do for fun? Is I worked out, I played video games, and I made funny little goofy videos. And so now when you look at what I'm doing right now, it's like, wait a second. Wait a second. This looks familiar.
Did his vision come true?
Yeah, somehow I've created a situation where I can do things that I really like to do, and the things I've been liking to do for a long time, and have that be something that, you know, I can do as a job. So pretty insane when you think about it. But I would say that the inspiration to start content creation in particular was just consuming that content and wanting to be part of it, thinking that something cool was happening that I could also contribute to. Because if I really enjoyed, you know, watching other people's videos, I thought it would be kind of cool to make videos that other people liked watching of mine. And so I started just making, you know, some WoW vids, and it has sort of evolved and taken off from there. And I'm like I said, super grateful about that.
It's
But
awesome.
yeah, but then if you look at the longer view, it's kind of been part of my thing for a while now, I guess.
Yeah.
Even though it's definitely not really what I thought I was doing at the time. I wasn't like, man, I'm going to practice to become a content creator, because that wasn't really a thing back then, right?
Right.
No, correct. You were just
this
going on the
whole
fly with whatever you did. It's like, hey, watch me
yeah
play. If you want to watch me play, cool. And I'll comment.
this whole sort of like field of when people say like industry, it's like ugh. It's kind of weird to me when they say it like that. But
Right.
it's you know, it's been a thing that's been growing for a while for sure, but wasn't really a thing when I was sort of just getting started, and it wasn't really a thing when I was thinking around making those Lego videos. That's for sure.
I got a question for you, if you don't mind. How did you end up partnering up with Origin PC?
My main man George, if I can give him a shout out, main man George, back in the day, hanging out at BlizzCon, kind of
Okay.
found ourselves in similar circles, and I mean,
Was he an
that was
actual fan, or was he a viewer of yours that he used to watch?
no. George, he worked for Origin PC. I mean, like
Okay.
he had watched the videos and stuff. I mean, I was a fairly established content creator by the time 2013, 2014 rolled around, and I just remember hanging out with him and chatting about, you know, opportunities to do cool things together, and it felt like a fit from both perspectives, and so we sort of developed a way that we could work together by partnering with Origin over the next little bit, and made it happen, man. It's been fantastic ever since, basically.
I'm happy to hear that, dude.
Yeah.
Do you have so for those, because with the, we'll say industry. I don't want to say industry because it's blah. But
No, it's not bad. It just kind of gives me the willies.
I understand. With the gaming community expanding
I like
itself,
that way better. Yeah.
gaming community is better. For the gaming community, for those that are interested in the gaming community itself, with its expansions, do you have any advice, recommendations for those that do want to become a content creator, or maybe are on the younger side and aspire to be a content creator? Because with I mean, YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, everything, it's becoming so evident now, especially with what happened, unfortunately, with COVID. It became, I think it grew so much over the period of COVID
a way
itself.
for people to connect with each other. Yeah.
Right. So do you maybe have any advice for those that want to enter or have never even thought about it, and maybe have, they like gaming, but they've always wanted to get into streaming?
Well, I mean, I feel like it depends on who we're talking to. If it's a young person, then randomly Dad Cheer, the first thing that comes to my mind is don't put anything out there that you're not going to be proud of. But like, that's not really the first advice I'd provide, but that is something to consider for the real young audience. But one of the main things is, like, if you want to create content, do it. Just get started. This applies to a lot of different things. We talk about this within the context of the gyms. It's like,
Right.
Building.
it doesn't really matter like how you get started. It's just what matters is that you get started. And so just start somewhere and then learn as you go. That's literally what I did. But when I started, it was different than now, because it's not nearly as established as it is now back then. But yeah, just like, if you want to make a video about you playing video games, then do it. Do some commentary, have some fun, see what happens. But that should be the main ingredient, whether you're just starting off or doing it for a job. Is like, you gotta bring the passion, you gotta bring the enjoyment, and let that reach your audience, and do that consistently with creativity. And if you do those things, and I feel like that's kind of what sets you up for long-term success, right? Is like the passion, the creativity, the willingness to kind of just get going, even if you're new and not knowing exactly how you feel, like, how you want to plan out your journey. It's just got to get going sometimes, and let the sort of fun make it through your content, and let the passion sort of guide you in terms of what you do next. Right.
Right. And have you ever had personally, and I know this is something that a lot of creators talk about itself. Have you found, if there's ever a point of creativity block, we could say, what have you done that has worked well for you during maybe those periods where you're just not sure what to do, or creativity is at a low? Like, because I know that's when a lot of people probably take. Unfortunately, that's where they may stop when it comes to content creation.
I mean, I feel like creativity is an interesting thing. It's hard to be consistently brilliant,
right?
And I would say that, like, it's not uncommon for me to, like, try to put in so much effort with what I'm doing that the creativity doesn't necessarily, like, feel like it's its strongest. Once again, during those times, you kind of got to rely on what you've been doing up until then. It's like, okay, so what do I know I need to do? Like, what do I know is like one of those like daily activities or like daily things that I can do that makes me still get stuff done, even if you're not feeling like inspired necessarily. So having a routine, having a schedule, having like an established pattern that has sort of led you to success in the past, and rely on those things when you're not really sure what to do next. But by the same token, you don't want to just get lost in the grind so much that you're not putting any creativity into your work. It's just that you kind of need to continue to do the standard stuff while also keeping your head up for opportunities, either for creativity to strike or for you to be put in a position to do new things. But I think that kind of goes along with just the general idea of getting started and then allowing yourself to kind of just look towards progression during what you're doing, right? I think that's kind of like the main thing for me is,
and the growth overall during that progression as
have,
well.
have something reliable that that allows you to have like a schedule or a plan. I guess that's another thing is actually having a plan, is actually having like a vision. So you do the kind of planning ahead of time and you see how it goes and then you adjust. Kind of the same style, right?
Right. And I think that's actually a really good point that you raised. And I see that Dark Legion actually made a comment at it. Having a schedule is something that's definitely tough and iffy for content creators. So that's a really good point. Organization is very key, and similar to what PJ is doing, the organization in that build that he's currently putting together is something that's very, very important as well.
Yeah, and that's my style. You can also just be really inconsistent and just get really lucky too. Like that, you can make one video that people to go nuts over, and then there's no consideration to community or consistency. It just happens, and there's that and by the same token, you can be really consistent, you can be really creative, and it can still not, people still don't find their way to your content.
Yeah, and that's something that's very interesting and unique to I would say we'll say community again, not industry. But finding pleasure and loving what you do is definitely important. And if it's something that I think you want to do, which is clearly something that you have found passion in, and it works for you, consistency, eventually, hopefully something sticks is something that I've learned, because, if you do it over a certain period of time, throw it up off the wall, something will eventually stick, and hopefully it does.
Hopefully. Yeah. But it's all these things I'm talking about are like still sort of like an ongoing thing right now. Is like you still have to find ways of being creative, even after me. I've been able to do this for 10 years plus.
Right.
And you still have to find ways of being creative, and you still have to find ways of innovating. And it's not always easy, especially as your total workload that you put yourself under increases over time.
Right.
Like your effort and your energy gets a little bit stretched. So that room for creativity can be like limited, but that's just an ongoing challenge.
It becomes an obsession of trying to one up yourself every single time you do something.
For sure. And that takes time.
That's how I feel. Every single time I do a build, I'm already looking at myself like, how am I going to one up the last one I did? Even if it's a minimal build, like the smaller size systems. Once I put it together and I just like what I would call like I just freestyle the build, like I'm just going to go with whatever I feel like doing. When I'm done with it and it comes out better than I thought it did, I'm like, wow, how am I going to do that? How am I going to one up myself next time? But I'll stick to that. I'll stick to that pattern. Now I'm like, oh, I got a new way of building this and this works. So in the meantime, I'm just going to, what can I do now that's just going to make this look even better than the last thing I did? And my only solution is to deliberately try to hide every single cable to where you can't see it.
Yeah, that's a good strat.
I've done it a few times. And I just sit back and I'm like, how in the hell did I do that?
Solid, consistent strategy to continue to employ. So you lock in some basics and then you try to build off of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. More RGB, that too.
More RGB, always. The more RGB, the better.
Yep.
Anything is considered gaming when there's RGB in it. We can have anything gaming related. PJ, we got a shout out from Crucian here saying that you need to improve your cable management.
Hey, that pretty PC that's in the back of your Twitter page, that little one that's in the corner? Remember who built that for you?
On that one, huh? Yeah.
Remember who built that for you? He even did a whole production of it. It must work perfect.
Yeah, it must be.
No, I love working with Crucian, man. He's given me some projects and asked me to do nothing super crazy, with the exception of the one he actually has now. That was a little bit of a challenge because he wanted me to hardline a 4000 series case. And the 4000 series is a small size case, but if you go to his page and look, he's got a little short video that system just rocked, man. I was so
Nice.
happy with the way that came out. So shout out to Crucian for trusting me and doing his work.
Yeah, no, I mean, the PC in his banner may, let's not remember where it came. We'll remember where it came from. So,
I love that dude.
you'll always remember your first. No.
Wow.
Time is PJ's is
That
not
guy right
PJ's
there.
enemy. What?
That's it right there. Wow.
That's the comment. You'll always remember your first Origin PC build is something that's
True
that's
though.
important.
It's true.
Yeah. Do you remember your first Origin PC build?
Still got him.
Mine? Oh,
I think Alex may have brought up. Is this Crucian's build?
I remember my first Origin PC build. I showed it to my boss, and he was like, "Hey, do better. This is not. This is."
This is a good
that wasn't cutting it.
Good. I tell everybody it's a funny story, but dude, I was on the verge of like, hey man, your work is not up to par, and if you don't straighten up, you're gonna. At the time that when I started here, Origin was working with like 6 or 7 different cases. It wasn't just Corsair.
Right.
So there was a bunch of different lines. So to memorize like 6 different lines of cases and how to cable manage every single one of them, at least have them looking relatively neat, was just like it was making me banging my head against the wall. On top of that, I was learning PCs, in itself.
Right.
Like the components, what went where, everything else. So it was just like wow, how much, this is a lot of information to cram at the time. And then on top of it, I got to build it. So yeah, I got to a point. But once we launched and I'm pretty sure, I think you got maybe 2 or 3 of them, our prime case. Yeah, you have 3 prime cases. And this is going to be, this is your first Corsair case.
Right. Yeah.
So you got 3 of our prime cases. Once that case launched and released, then it was just go time for me. I fell in love with that case. I still love that case. I think it's one of the best cases we ever had.
Have you ever personally? I'm curious because now we're talking about personal building. Have you ever built a PC yourself, Bajheera, on your end? And what was your experience like?
My very first ever PC, I built that one myself. Yeah.
And how did that go?
It went fine. I bet it would still turn on.
Well, you said you were into Legos, so it's kind of like adult Legos.
I was,
Yep,
it
pretty much.
really was. When people are like, "Oh man, I'm nervous about it." First of all, I'm like, if you're trying to build your own PC, just go ahead and get one from Origin, bro. They got your back. But it also is. It is. It's like Legos, and that was one of the things. It was like, oh man, I don't know. I'm nervous. I don't want to mess this thing up. But it went great. Cable management probably not quite on PJ level, but you know what I'm saying. Like
it booted up. It turned on.
It did. It did great. So what I actually started content creation on. You guys are gonna rip up the contract as I mentioned another PC build, but I was on a MacBook Pro 08 laptop, MacBook Pro that I got for graduating high school, so I could use that in college.
Okay.
And yeah, that it got the job done. Sort of.
We learned.
Well, it's not. I didn't pick. Shout out to my parents for being very generous, but I didn't pick that thing, and they didn't pick it to be a gaming thing. But you know what's cool is that it allowed me to get started with content creation, and because it was Mac, it kind of limited my gaming options, which led me to Blizzard games primarily. So it worked out pretty well, all things considered.
There is a plan for everything, and it's actually funny that you mentioned MacBook. So I'm going to also give you some insight on myself. So I showed up to my first day at Origin PC. So I joined the team back in November after graduating college. Shout out to FAU. Go Owls. And I joined the team, and I showed up to my first day of training with a MacBook Pro in my hands that I also used and got for college, and walked into PJ's office where everyone is, and they looked at me and said,
PJ snatched it out of your hands and threw it on the ground, shattering it to pieces.
He said, they went, are you holding a Mac? And I went, yeah. Needless to say, I did not show up to work any other day with a MacBook Pro in my hand. That was the last time I walked into the office with a MacBook in my hand.
They were more like, hey, is that a MacBook? And he says, yeah. We were like, yeah, all right. He just walked away.
Like, who's this new guy?
Yeah, they're stuck with me. It's been a little bit of time. They thought they were going to get rid of me, so they still have me here though.
Yeah, no, it got the job done.
Yes.
Got the job done. Got me here. But yeah, after that, I was like, nope, we're gonna build a PC and see how it goes. With the money I had saved up over the years, and You know, that first build took me to my first Origin PC. So just one upgrade to another, right?
Yeah.
So
One
it
door
wasn't that
closes, another
bad.
one opens.
No, my PC that I built for me, no, it wasn't too bad at all. Like I said, I bet it'd still boot up.
Do you still have it?
I think so. I think it's out. We may have moved some pieces around. I'm not sure about that, but it's out in the garage because me and Jenny had the same case. It's pretty cute. Because we both sort of built our PCs separately before we knew each other, but they had the same case.
Shout out to her for building her own PC.
Yeah, Jenny's a beast. She's been playing games longer than been playing WoW longer than I have.
Did you meet through WoW? Is that how you guys originally met?
You don't know the story?
I don't know the story.
Oh my!
Well,
goodness.
also maybe the community doesn't know the story as well.
Yeah, we can tell you the story.
The TLDR version.
God.
The story. So I love telling this story. But so when I started making content, it was like during college, right?
Mm-hmm.
And at the time, I was still with my high school relationship, basically. But as young people do, we had sort of grown in different directions, and even though that relationship was cool during high school and whatnot, it was time for us to move on, and that was a realization that was rough, and I had to sort of initiate it too. So initiate the severance, but that sucked. It still sucked because you're a young person, and that's like your first time you've been in love, and it was like, damn, this is rough. So I did what I did at the time, which is, sit down and talk to my audience about it in a vlog format.
Mm-hmm.
And so there was this lovely, wonderful, sweetheart lady named Warcraft Jen who saw that vlog of me saying, you know what, sometimes not everything works out the way you want it to, but you still need to go after things to figure it out. It's still worth going after it, even if it doesn't go the way you wanted it to, or you thought it might. And that was a message that I thought was important to share. And that was a message that Jenny thought was cool. So she said, hey, wrote me a message on YouTube, said, hey, saw your video, and that really resonated with me. I thought it was really cool. And you're definitely not the only one who has gone through stuff like that. Just wanted to reach out and send some support. And so I read that message, and I looked at her profile picture, and I was like, wow, she's really sweet and really cute. But I didn't write her back. Didn't write her back on YouTube. Yeah, I know.
Played the long
Playing
game.
the game.
Played the long game.
Well, it wasn't even like that at the time. It's just like, well, that's really nice. But then I'm streaming later that day, or like the next day, and I see a Warcraft Jen type in the chat, and I'm like, oh, hey, are you Warcraft Jen from YouTube? And it was. And so I, in my infinite wisdom, not even knowing how genius I was at the time, I modded her in my chat, which to me was just giving her like a nice little green. At the time, it was like a lightning bolt. Now it's a sword. This is OG stuff right here. But yeah, it's just giving her like a little icon in the chat to show like when she was in my chat, so I could see what she typed more easily. And for her though, here's the real genius. For her, it gave her the feeling like she had like a job to do in my channel, right? So that she would tune in more often, which is great for me. And so Jenny, she continues to tune into the channel, and we get to know each other just through like, chatting, and then eventually gaming together, and then eventually like gaming together like off stream, just like hanging out and talking on the phone and stuff. And then it became pretty apparent that we liked each other more than just buds. So we actually had her come out and visit me. So she was living in Utah at the time. I was living in Nashville, Tennessee at the time. So she does like a literal cross-country journey to come hang out with some dude that she met online living in the basement of a house that I was like renting with friends, right? So like, and Jenny's like, she's got like a career, like she's got her own thing going on, right? So she don't need no man, but she came to visit me and trusted me not to be a weirdo. And we hit it off beautifully. And about, as that, she was there for about a week, and as that week sort of was ending, she has to go back home, and she's there for like a month. And then I'm like, hey, that was really fun. I liked having you here. I miss you. You should come visit again. So she's like, yeah, I will. And this time around, though, we were getting all these crazy ideas. Like, how could we like have you stay? So I was like, ooh, we got to find you a job. So she comes down for the week. We spend absolutely literally zero time looking for a job. We're just hanging out. And then
we're doing it live.
Yeah. And then at the end of that, I was like, listen, I really don't want you to leave. And I think that if we work together on this like content creation thing that we've got going on, we could actually make this a thing. And she agreed. So she stayed. And then, you know, it's been a dream ever since. We've been able to build our platform together. We've been able to build our family together. We've been able to sort of progress in life together. And it's been fantastic. But it all
Awesome,
started with her playing some WoW, checking in on the old little WoW videos, hanging out, playing games together in a WoW stream. So the combination of like World of Warcraft and Twitch and YouTube all brought us together. It's pretty wild. And you knew it was meant to be when we had the same PC case.
Oh, that was the key indicator.
That's the
right
real
there.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not that she could cook and liked watching Dragon Ball Z with me. It was the fact that we had the same PC. Let me tell you, bro, when Jenny was like, you know, I can cook, right? Like, I can cook for us. I was like, they're eating like, you know, just turkey sandwiches all the time. And she's like, you know, I can like prepare us food. I was like, you can what?
It was an add-on. That was the deal. That was the DLC.
She's here, you know, shedding a tear on Vegeta's sacrifice, watching Dragon Ball Z with me. I'm like, oh my god, I gotta marry this girl. Oh my gosh, I did.
Yeah, you put a ring on it. And that was the DLC was adding the cooking into there. But gamers that have the same case stay together. So that's the information I'm taking for my own sake. No, I'm kidding. And no MacBooks is clearly what I've also learned throughout this.
I mean, like, you can't be bringing your MacBook to work, but you know what I'm saying? Like, when you're working at the origin PC, the pinnacle of all PC creation. Yeah, maybe don't bring it in there, but sometimes when you got to get your content.
No, I like that. I like that. Keep feeding that to me, please.
Keep it going. Yeah.
Was that making you feel good, PJ? As you
absolutely.
That's the truth. That's how it is.
I think, PJ, someone wanted to know if there was a way to see what you're currently working on in there.
I'll show you right now. Get this clipped up. Don't mind. I'm actually wiring up the front fans that are already in the case. I'm tucking this sucker up here. I got to put a few more zip ties, but yeah, I'm working on the cable management on the back of the case. You want to get another cam going on here?
Yeah.
We're going to get the other ridiculous cam going.
Oof.
The insane
wire
camera
management.
view.
Oh yeah, the lighting in that studio is fantastic.
Shout out to Alex on
Shout out to Alex.
production.
And I need Alex to come on down to my place and set up my setup like that. See, like I'm still rocking the boomer setup. Like I'm out here with the green screen. I need a bunch of some nice purple RGB lights in the background and stuff. I need to get with the times, man.
I just recently, in my personal setup, I was rocking the Elgato green screen as well, and chose not currently where I'm at. This is not the setup. This is not my room. This is not my setup. But
I look a little sparse over there, bud. I like the wall. I like the
it's white. It's white.
Not
just
conspicuous, like some kind of like hotel setup or something, you know?
Yeah, this is But we are in my personal setup. I ended up getting rid of not as good as the lighting we had there, but I ended up getting a custom sign that has the name Reutman TV on it. So that's something I like. Nice. And I wish I had the neon lights. I might need Alex to come over to my house and set up some neon lights as well. But I think the office looks actually incredible. And I think we got a good view here of what we're working on with PJ now. On the set, that the wiring PJ is incredible. So where are we currently at, PJ? What percentage?
I'm finishing. I'll say about maybe. In my eyes, about 30%. I still got to add 7 more fans in this thing. And fans are so much fun to wire up. I do mean that with sarcasm. I wish the fans had one cable, but since the Corsair cables have
everything about PC building.
Oh yeah.
Everything. Can't get enough of it.
I'll still get it done, guys.
Record time too, right? Not a 7-hour build this time.
No, I'm not doing a 7-hour build. I'd like to go home.
Free PJ. Wait, you get to go home? They don't let me go home. Origin PC lets you go home? I get stuck. No, I'm kidding.
That's because of the laptop, dude. Still paying it off.
It's because of the Mac, yeah. That was my punishment. They keep me at the office.
Pay that thing off now.
Yeah. PJ, you might be able to answer this question. I see 2 questions in chat. You may. you may be able to. Maybe Bajheera. No.
Let's see.
So we have from Falcon that he got a Hydro X all red recently in his most recent build. And what are your thoughts on the Hydro X?
Oh, I like what setup did you get? Did you get the XD3 or XD7 reservoir? Usually, the XD3 is the one that you saw on Crucian's PC, which is a little square. The 7 is or I could be calling it wrong. I think probably the XD5, but it's the cylinder one. I actually like working with the Hydro X stuff. It's very simple to use. It's easy, straight to the point. Especially if you're new to working with water cooled setups, they make it relatively easy and don't forgive the term, but like foolproof. Like you can't just you can't really mess up. All the thermal pads are already pre-done and pre-mounted on all the blocks if you're going to do a CPU or GPU setup. So they're fantastic. Even the acrylic, I like the acrylic. The acrylic tubing that they use too. Sorry, I'm just stuttering over here, but the tubing that they use is pretty fantastic as well. My preference right now is the 14. I do like using the 14 millimeter tubing, the little fatter one. Just aesthetically, it looks better to me. And I've been hooked on using the Frost. We did do 2 builds in particular that have the black satin tubing, which I think is really cool. But yeah, I do like working with the Hydro X stuff. I do recommend it to anybody. Like I said, it's very easy to work with. And if you're new to water cooling, I would say that's the best route to go, because some other companies are a little more complicated, that you have to start adding the thermal pads in particular places. You have to make sure that you put them in the correct spot. And if you don't, unfortunately, something will overheat. You don't want that to happen.
Right. So it sounds like you're in good hands, Falcon. If PJ says it's good, it's good. The master builder.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because I said so. Yeah.
Because he said so. The same way he told me my Mac wasn't good enough. He said so. So
it's good for things.
Yeah.
It's not. It's
not
just
gaming. No, it is not.
Yeah.
But actually, so I'll reference it as well before I answer another question. So I started the same way as Bajheera did. I didn't really use it for gaming, but I used my MacBook solely for streaming. Back when Mixer was a thing.
Man, so this is recent. Wait, you have no excuse. Hold on a second.
Yeah, I have no excuse. Before I had a PC, I was streaming off of a MacBook and an Elgato HD60S, and that was pretty much my build for the first 8 months of my content creation journey. I've been doing content now for 3 years. We're coming on 4. And it got me to around 2,000 followers on Mixer, and I ended up getting partnered on Mixer.
Insane.
Partnered on Mixer with the MacBook, and that was when I decided to say, hey, I should probably buy a PC. Did not build it. My friend actually gave it. What's Mixer? I don't know. It's something you use for drinks, I think, Mixer. It's maybe Facebook. But no, Facebook. Yeah, but I was partnered on Mixer. So shout out to the MacBooks. They got us to where we needed to be. So it was a stepping stone in our content creation.
I had to use some kind of freaky stuff to like stream and record. I think I used a program called like ScreenFlow or something.
Oh my god! I just used straight off the Elgato software. That was what I was streaming through the Elgato capture software. So we were limited in the opportunities we could do with that software.
That's just the passion just carries you through, man. That's how it goes.
It pushed me through, and Mixer took a chance on me, but we saw how that worked out. But we got a job out of it. So.
Yeah, that counts. That counts.
It counted.
So like I said, sometimes you got to go after it. You don't know how it's going to end, but you got to go after it.
Right.
And you did, and you did well.
We got the gains.
Right.
And I see a question in chat from Dark Legion. I think I'm able to answer this. PJ, you can piggy off of it if you have a better idea. But in PJ's opinion, what would be the best tips for cleaning and dusting out the PC for trying to do it for the person's own PC for the first time? I would say daily maintenance is important.
Keep air canisters.
Air canisters, which is something that PJ actually
They actually make a machine that you can get on Amazon. It's a really high pressure little gun, and then it has a little cylinder that you can put on the tip of it, and it blows air right into it. It's powerful enough to get the dust particles off of it, and it doesn't emit any condensation that would spit on the actual case itself. So like an air compressor. So those are pretty cool too.
Yeah, and I think I actually got yelled at by PJ one day. I came into the office and he was like, "I need you to get an air canister for your work laptop now that I have that it's not a MacBook."
It's got
Gosh, that's
Uh,
a
dust on it. Clean
dusty
it.
laptop
yeah,
at work, man.
dusty. It's a
Clean
dusty
it.
You got a lot
What
of
laptop.
happened? I don't want to
laptop
see
related
that.
issues over there, man. You know who doesn't have laptop related issues? Me, because you guys sent me an Eon like 17s a couple of years ago. I'm about to use that on vacation. As a
Okay.
matter of fact, that
Which
new
is a
PoE
good
league, yeah.
which is a good segue into the fact that we actually just released new Evo laptops on our end. So maybe have to talk about getting you an updated laptop if that is something that interested
That
you. But
that would be a short discussion from my perspective.
yes,
That'd be
so
a yes.
Hey, so we were thinking yes.
Yep.
we were thinking about yes, do
Yep.
it. Anything that you want to do. But yeah, we actually did just release a new Evo 14, 15, and 17, PJ, if I'm correct.
Yes,
I
sir.
believe.
Awesome.
Yes,
So
sir.
that is something. Yeah, but Evo, I'm currently rocking the Evo 16, which is no longer in production that I was given when I joined the team. And I love, oh, there it is. Brought it up on screen just now, the new
there it is.
page for the Evo.
What a beauty.
Custom built as well. And we do have the opportunity for, as every Origin PC is unique, we have the opportunity for customization on the PC, full customization on the front panel. I see. It's looking really nice over there. But yeah, no, these new laptops are insane. What they can push. We got
It's
30
actually
cards.
nuts. Like it's literally you have a gaming PC and a laptop body. It's
Yeah.
wild.
It's insane, and I think the new ones have 3070 Ti and 3080.
Yes,
Right?
the 15 and 17. The 15 has a 3070, the 17 has a 3080 Ti, and the 14 comes with a 3050 Ti. Both
You guys are
15,
literally mad
both,
scientists.
yeah, both 15s and 17s come with the DDR5 setup, so you can go up to 32, 64 gigs on those systems, dual NVMe M.2 slots, and the 17 comes with a 12800, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
The 15 comes with a 12700. Or 12800 as well. It's a smaller, it's just a 17 and a 15 bezel, so they come with the same spec, just a different size GPU. And then the 14 comes with a 12700. So they're little monsters out the box.
Yeah,
they are monsters for sure.
The 14 is hilarious because when you see how small it is, and you're like, this thing is. You're like this little, and they weigh no more than the 14 weighs about 3.5 pounds, if not that.
No
could be
way.
less. Yes, it's super light.
That's crazy.
But yeah, no, I think the quick discussion, I'll be sure, I'll read that to the team, and the team is myself. So
yeah. I'll talk with my people about that. My people will be in touch with your people.
Yeah, my people will be in touch with your people, and I have some good insight that I think my people are trending in the yes, same way that you are. Short discussion of yes.
My internal discussion has yielded positive results so far. So.
Yeah,
keep you in the loop on that one.
I will keep you in the loop. I think I got a good view on. Oh, okay, PJ. What are we doing? What are we currently? Where's the current progress?
I'm currently adding the dual A pins because once I mount the 360 radiator here at the top, it makes it really difficult to get my hands in the spot. So I don't want to have to add the cables afterwards.
Gotcha. Okay. And while PJ is doing that, I'm gonna also reference. I think we can bring up the specs again for those maybe that have joined us late. And a reminder of what we actually are doing here on why there's Bajheera on the stream. Beautiful face in the bottom corner. We are doing an RTS system, which stands for ready to ship. If you guys did not know, ready to ship, which can get to your door quicker. So they ship in about 1 to 3 days. And this is pretty much identical. If it's a little bit different, but pretty much identical of a build that we are doing in collaboration with Bajheera himself. And the specs will come up on screen. There they are. And we got an amazing 5000 T RGB case for this build. We got a 3090 for the graphics card, a i9 12900K, Z690 Force for the motherboard, which is DDR5 compatible. We got 32 gigabytes of Dominator Platinum DDR5 memory at 5200 MHz. The system cooling, we got a beautiful H150i Elite LCD that you guys, as we said, you can put anything on that LCD. Origin PC logo, a cat's butt from Bajheera's cat's butt. Anything fully
I
customizable.
don't know how you got the gift, but I mean, you could.
If you
Send
get
it
the
over to
gift.
me and I'll do it. Whatever you want.
Fire it up.
I'll do it.
We got an MP600 core, 1 terabyte M.2 SSD. We got 2 terabytes of 870 QVO storage. We got LL120 RGB fans because the more RGB, the better. And we got an RM1000X PSU 80 plus watt from Corsair, and which is something very special. If you scroll on that page, the landing page itself that's currently on the screen, there is a very special signature on there from the man himself, Bajheera. And as always, with every build from Origin PC, free ground shipping and always 24/7 lifetime US based support. And we got some beautiful pictures and images of the PC itself there on the screen currently. But yeah, no, this system is a beast. I'm very jealous for those that do go and get one
It
in
is
their
wonderful.
hands. May have
Confirmed.
to. What'd you say?
It is wonderful. Confirmed.
Wonderful, confirmed from him himself. May have to
Yeah.
update my build with the Origin, the green, or there's the green Origin PC logo on the LCD cooler there,
Let me see. Oh yeah, animated.
Looking-
So cool.
looking super cool. But yeah, and then I think we actually have a question about the laptops. PJ might be able to answer these, but I think they're
I
pretty good
might.
as well. I might. I always say might because sometimes you don't feel like answering the question, and I get it completely. Because why work?
I don't.
So how is the cooling? Someone was referencing the laptops. How are the cooling on the new Evo laptops? that we are offering?
Surprisingly, very well. We've had a very reasonable temperatures. Nothing that we're heating right now. We do have a couple of systems that we shipped out for reviews. So once those come out, you can definitely see the specs and all the results for all the testing we did.
Nice.
But I think they're fantastic. I really do, man. We up our game every single year with the laptops, and these right here these are some special little monsters.
So you'd
One of those
recommend
things,
them
man.
over?
About a content creation, about a PC creation. Stay hungry, man. Keep trying to get better.
For
with
sure.
games as well. With games as well. Always stay hungry, because protein is important. And well, I was trying to think of what protein would be in these new laptops, but we got they're beasts. They're jacked, as we would say. These new laptops, kind of like the PC that PJ is currently working on there. Trying to see what PJ is doing.
I'm getting the my screws for my fans that I got to mount in the front of the case, or the side of the case.
Meanwhile, on a GTX 750 Ti, looks good. Oh, I completely understand, Jacob. I completely understand. Trust me. But maybe an Origin PC is in your future for a better upgrade. Do you have any issues with the iQ Elite LCD screen and Windows 11? I have not personally heard any issues. To my understanding, they've been compatible and working just fine with all.
Yeah,
all
mine has Windows 11, and that it's fine. Yeah.
Okay. Good.
I have seen before like a little like red triangle thing, and then it usually just stops doing that. Like I don't know, if sometimes it'll I just sleep the computer, wake it up, and it'll be fine, and sometimes it'll just fix itself. I don't really know what that means, but yeah, that's the only thing I've seen. It's nothing consistent, and it definitely doesn't affect the performance of the PC. So that's good. Yeah.
Red triangle. I'll be sure.
Yeah.
That one. That
It's
one
just
will not be kept internal.
it just says something is wrong, but it's not actually wrong. I don't know. I don't know what it means.
That one will not be kept internal. That one will be brought to the external team.
Yeah.
I'll be sure to let them know about that one.
Does this happen upon boot up?
I mean, the thing is, it happened. I think I've seen it twice, and I don't know. It doesn't, like I said, it doesn't really have any negative impact or anything. Just that is one thing that I've noticed. If I'm going to be honest, is it has done that twice, and it's why are you doing that? And it's I'm not exactly sure, and then it just stops doing it, and it's fine. But like I said, it doesn't stop cooling the PC, so it's just the GIF is just no problem there.
Well, that's good. I guess no news is good news, as they always say.
Yeah.
And it's been hopefully a rare occurrence. It doesn't happen frequently.
I've seen it twice. Archer thinks it's cool. He's like, "What's this red triangle mean?" You know what? I don't know.
There you go. There you go.
So is it collaborating with? Is the build collaborating with you, PJ?
Yeah, it's
Cooperate.
not. It's,
Better
it's not.
cooperating is a better
It's
word.
not working my nerves yet.
Okay. Well, that's good to hear. And I'm hoping that everything is going smoothly in the.
Sure
I
thing.
know you said you wanted to do a quick build, so hopefully
Quick
everything is
build to me
smoothly on
is
your end.
getting
Right
it done
along.
in 2.5, 3 hours.
Yeah, but
That's
we get
quick
it done
build to me.
well. You know.
Yes,
Yes.
I don't.
right.
I don't want to. I don't want to make any mistakes either. That's why I could do it at a relatively quick speed, but I don't want to speed through it and make any mistakes or damage anything for that matter.
Okay. Is there any on
Oh,
your
yeah.
end
This one right here, is that what I'm
games,
doing? There you go.
Jackson, that you are excited for that may be on the horizon? I know you're big on WoW, and I know
Yeah,
that's one
so
of
like
your main
getting back
games.
into WoW, this patch has been great so far. They've been doing a lot of really fun stuff to like make it so you can make a bunch of different characters for PvP and have them all be pretty much ready to go just from PvP, which is sick. But then the new PoE League is coming out tomorrow, and I love Path of Exile, so I'm gonna be getting into that for sure. It'll be really fun.
I've never dabbled personally into WoW. It's something that I know a lot of my friends play. I've never
WoW, huh?
Well, I had a MacBook, so there wasn't. I didn't.
You
The
can run it.
MacBook. You can run it. I didn't take the opportunity. I also was not a huge, I guess we'll say PC, even though a MacBook's not a PC, but a PC gamer. I'm now coming more to fruition with PC gamings. I was always a console gamer, but it's time to retire. Not retire, but it's time to enter in a different world of gaming, as many would
Hey,
say.
don't feel bad, Adam. I was too, man. The first like 2.5 years being here building, the guys in the manufacturing would go get a new game and like, oh, we're gonna jump on Discord and play. It's like, PJ, you gonna play? It's like, I still want. I got an Xbox, and I get the that stare that I gave you when you showed me your MacBook. Yeah,
Yes.
That's the same. That was the stare I got.
Elden Ring was like the first game that Elden Ring and Valorant were the two first games that I truly played on my PC, even though I've had a PC for a while. I was terrible. I am terrible at mouse and keyboard, and the team has let me know that I'm bad at mouse and keyboard.
Oh, I still use controller. Don't worry about it, dude. I don't
more
use
practice.
keyboard and mouse.
I need a lot of practice. Same as my PC building skills. They need a lot of practice as well.
Laldarian says that his RGB falls asleep or slows down when waking up as well, not the Corsair cooler. You guys are just a Windows issue? Yeah, maybe. Once again, it doesn't really have any negative impact. Most of the RGB lights up. I'm just being honest. I'm just being honest. And they're like, has there been anything going on? I'm like, yeah, just this one weird thing, but that's it. Being real with you.
So when are we gonna get PJ building a Hardline cooled PC stream?
I've done that already.
You have?
Yeah, we did that for the Intel when they launched the 12900K. We did that with
yes,
Robotech.
that was on the I think they were referencing on Origin PC's channel.
I don't know. I've done a water cooled set. I think I've done like 1 or 2 soft tube water cooled setups. But if we were to do that, I would be something that we'd have to assemble the system. I would technically assemble the system to where I know where all the tubes are going to go, tube it up, then I would take it back apart, and then I could do it that way. But to do a complete hardline setup on the channel, that would take so much time. I think people's attention span would be like, you know what, I'll just get back to it when he's done.
It'd be like a learning stream. People who
yeah, because doing the tubing itself, yeah, if you're good at it, sometimes you can get out it in one shot. Most people like to measure. Some people eyeball it. I'm one of those people who like to eyeball it, but it's a lot of trial and error. Sometimes you get it perfect. Sometimes you make a mistake. You got to do it over again. Not everybody's perfect when they do them.
But you're perfect when you do.
No, not all the time, man. I get frustrated sometimes. Most of the time, and I'm pretty sure some people are going to test you can get every single one of the tubes complete in this system, and then there's just one that just keeps messing you up over and over and over again, and that's the one you just want to bang your head against the wall. Like, why is it being a pain in the butt?
Oof.
We got a good view of the back of where PJ's currently. These cameras, I am blown away by how crisp these cameras are.
I'm loving that. I'm loving it.
The cameras are ridiculous right now, man. Every single time I just kick a quick, oh my god, I take a quick look over to my left and see what he's doing. I'm like, holy cow.
So, all right, homies. I'm getting the word from my boss, aka Warcraft Gen, that we need to start moving on to the hitting the road stage of this vacation planning. But this thing is coming together beautifully. I know for a fact that this is in good hands. And once again, the PC that you guys made for me, that this one is based off of, is fantastic. And so people who want to pick up one of these Bajheera RTS builds, you're gonna love it. I'm telling you right now, this is something. This is on another level, even from the top of the line, absolutely mind-blowingly fantastic PCs the Origin PC has made for me over the years. This one's on another level. So if you're in the market for a new one, do not hesitate. Get this one while you can, and remember that it does come signed by me, etched in there. So it's a pretty sweet deal, pretty rad build.
Thank you so much for being a part of this channel with us for the time being, man.
Of course,
Good
anytime.
hearing
If you
from
guys got stuff going on, I'm just been goofing around playing games, chatting it up with the buds. It's good vibes.
Yes,
Good vibes.
good vibes, and we appreciate you taking the time to join us and send the good wishes to the boss, and hopefully you guys have safe travels to the vacation that you guys are about to take.
I will, and we'll be checking in from the road, see how this bad boy is going.
Sounds
Absolutely,
good.
man.
All right, guys, thank you so much for having me. And,
Safe trip, brother. Have a great day.
Yeah, but thank you for being my most wonderful sponsor. You guys rock.
Oh, good, brother. Have a good, safe trip, man.
Yeah, later, guys.
Thank you. Later. So let's talk about you, Adam. What are you
Me?
doing, Adam?
What am I doing?
Yeah, what are you up to over there on your neck of the woods? Because you're not over here with me
well,
right now, doing, hanging out with Alex and I, where we do these build series.
So
something new back here.
currently doing some super fun things. Went to the dentist recently.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. I was told originally that I had 4 cavities, which was not so fun. Then got a second opinion, and do not have cavities on the second opinion. So that's good news. But yeah, eating some good food, doing kind of what Jackson does. Gains, games and gains, is pretty prevalent in my life currently. Yeah, so working out every day. Maybe not yesterday, but working at the dentist, working out every day, playing some video games, and trying to discover some new games that are fun to play at this
what?
current. I don't know if you have any recommendations. I mean, I haven't.
My only recommendations are racing games. I don't think the community wants to hear about racing games.
I know there's a big community. There's a huge community for racing games. I know I have some friends that are really into Gran Turismo.
That's PlayStation. It's PlayStation.
Which is it? Are we both? We're both Xbox gamers, so maybe we can't play it.
Yeah, I always thought that Gran Turismo was a beautiful game, but I ended up being a big Forza fan. I am a huge Forza fan, which you can play on PC.
And which PC would you recommend them playing it on, PJ?
On an Origin PC, sir.
On an Origin PC, either maybe a laptop. We do have new laptops. Maybe a new laptop.
I'm not opposed to that either, my friend.
I'm curious for this PC. Any of the PC can run its money for what you're currently having. Wait, let me read that back. I'm curious for this PC. Any of the PC can run its money for what you're currently. Am I not understanding? I'm not understanding. Are you understanding?
I'm assuming that he's probably saying that you can. I don't know. I don't know. I want to help. I want to answer that question, but unfortunately, I cannot. On to the next one, sir.
On to the next one. Well, okay. Well, you asked what I'm doing. What are you currently, other than building PCs? What's going on in your life that's interesting and that you're enjoying at this time?
Building PCs.
Okay.
When I'm at home, I'm thinking about what's the next PC. What's the next cool thing that we can do here?
What's the next cool thing that you? Yeah. What's something cool that you would want to do?
For a build, I'd like to do my one and only annoying. I get on everybody's nerves. I want to do a racing sim. I would love to build some outrageous type style racing sim for the just to see if we could do it. Because I have some wild ideas in my head, but obviously, some of the things, it's got to be something that we could fit through the doors. So no, they told me I couldn't buy an entire car.
Oh, we can't fit a car through the door?
No, I can't fit a car in this lab. So we'll just take up all the space.
Unreal.
So I was a little disappointed about that one.
That's unreal.
No car for you, PJ.
No car for PJ. But Crucian said I got you, PJ. So there might be a hit there for a racing sim.
No, Crucian. Yeah, Christian helped me get my personal racing sim for my place. It's
Ah,
nothing big, but he got me he was able to help me get the starter kit for my so I can actually just sit at home and in game, which is it's super exciting. And then I started getting into the 3D printed mods that you can actually put on some of the things. So right now, the only thing I've worked on that somebody made me was the an H pattern shifter for it. So it actually shifts like a really it locks in place and clicks, just improves the feeling of the actual shifter. This is pretty cool.
that's interesting. I do see a comment in chat. Did you guys get any of the new AMD cards? We did. We did get the new AMD cards. I believe, PJ. I think you have visibility on that, but I believe we are working with the new AMD cards at this current time.
It's possible, but I mean, on my side of the team, I won't know until if we do have them, I won't know or it won't be in my possession until after testing.
Yeah. So I could be wrong. I don't entirely know, but I'm not involved in that process. But it is possible that we do make an F1 chassis way smaller than a full size car. I believe PJ would like something like that. Yeah. I don't know how interested PJ might not like F1.
I'm
You
open.
like F1?
I like racing, dude. It doesn't matter if it's got 4 wheels and you put it on a track, dude. I'm into all sorts of racing. So yeah, I'm open to I'm open to suggestions, ideas. If anybody wants to put on the chat any ideas, I will definitely take those into consideration.
So how are you currently coming along on the build?
Getting a fan 4, 5, and 6 wired up right now.
Your favorite part.
Yeah, and then 7, 8, and 9 come when I mount the cooler onto the top over here.
Mm-hmm.
So for now, we're just getting everything like neatly buttoned up in the back, which I'm hopefully almost done with. But doesn't stop there because once we actually put the cooler in, we have to actually add another commander core into the system.
Super fun.
Super fun.
I admire your patience because I would be the fact that you do this all in one go as well. Do you even have water? Do you have water on your end?
I got water on my end.
Okay, because hydration is important. I don't know if you knew that, but hydration is there it is. Wow.
Nuh-uh. You're kidding
Hydration
me.
is important, people.
Is it?
Is
it's important?
I think it's daily to live. I think you need it to live. Last time I checked.
Oh, all right, cool. Thanks.
I drink too much soda though, so that's not important. Make sure to drink water, people.
Gains. That's for the gains right there.
That's where the gains come in. See,
the
gains
sugar
and
gains.
gains.
Yeah, gains and gains in your belly. I gotta get back on my game too.
Oh yeah, you gotta get back. You gotta get back into the
my
gym
mode. Yeah, dude, I've slipped so bad. Let's just say I'm not happy with myself.
I know.
Dude, 5 a.m. 5 a.m. turned to 7 a.m. laying on my bed, staring, contemplating. Do I get up at 8?
I know the feeling. Yeah, personally, on my end, I go to the gym after work when I get home from the office. So
I can't.
I get home and I'm like
the gym in the afternoon because the gym in the afternoon for me turns into what I like to call "quote unquote" a fashion show. That people aren't there to work out; they're just there to put their workout outfit on and then strut up and down the gym and then take 100 pictures in the mirror to make it seem like they worked out and then leave. But they'll take a piece of equipment for a good 20, 30 minutes until you still I got 4 more sets and they hadn't even started one. They're just taking selfies. Tell me if I'm wrong. You let me know if I'm wrong.
You're not wrong. I can tell you.
You can tell me what. I can tell you I do that sometimes.
I can tell you that. No, whoa! I don't do that. I don't know what you're talking about. I have never taken a picture in a gym ever in my life. I don't know. I've only been in the gym for a year, so we're not there yet. We're not at the finished product.
Remind me to do some research after the stream to make sure that we won't find any pictures of him with selfies in the mirror at the gym.
I don't know. Alex, don't do it.
I don't think he has any time right now to go in there and delete everything, so I'm pretty sure we get, we're good.
I don't have time to go on there and delete anything.
Oh, we got him now.
No, I don't think there's anything on there. We can maybe Twitter. Maybe Twitter.
So he does have.
But to my knowledge, I don't think there is anything. I see happy birthday. Yeah, Troll Spider, happy birthday.
Happy birthday, brother.
On your end.
Let's see. All right.
I see. Are you partnered with MSI? Are your builds have MSI motherboards? Curious question.
We
We
collaborate
offer
with everybody. It doesn't really matter
yes.
who it is. You know, with our product development team, they do rigorous testing on all certain boards. So we don't usually hold on to the same brands all the time. You know, you might see majority MSI, Asus, but we collaborate with any name brand. It doesn't matter who it is. If it's a quality board that we deem that would benefit and work on our systems, then you would definitely see it on our website. If you go to our website right now to configure something, you can notice that you don't necessarily have to just pick an MSI board.
Yeah.
This particular system that we built for Bajheera happened to, we selected this motherboard for him. So you can go through, you can find an Asus board, you can find MSI boards as well on our website. If you configure something itself, you can see that there's more than just one brand.
And that's something that's really unique. And actually, we just released earlier this year. We actually released the new desktop configurator. So, and it actually, you pick your games that you would like to play on your PC itself, and it gives you recommendations on what specs that you should run for your PC based on the games that you're looking to play. And then within the configurator itself, you're actually able to completely customize it even further into what you would want inside the PC. But yeah, we do offer, like PJ mentioned, we do offer many different options, and we just work with what we feel works best for you and what you want for your PC itself at the end of the day.
All right, I'm gonna start with this cooler over here. Let's get this thing
starting with the cooler. So we're done with. We're waiting for the cooler for the remaining fans, or we have gotten all the fans out of.
We got 6 fans in. We got 4 more to go because one still has to go in the back.
Okay. So is this the fun part? Are you?
This is 7, 8, 9. Oh, the fun part's been going on, man. Are we are we on the same stream right now?
Are we? I don't know. I think we're on the same stream. From what we're having a conversation, so I think we're on the same stream.
So yeah, we're doing I'm doing fans 7, 8, and 9. Now that I'm gonna start adding the cooler onto the system, I want to mount the next 3 fans over here on the top. Sloan, anybody's curious about the fan direction. The fan direction in the system is always intake, exhaust, and even the exhaust is passing through the radiator itself, cooling the radiator off. So it's still exhausting all the heat, all the hot air out.
I see Archangel. This is your first time in the stream. Hello. Excuse me. Hello, Archangel. Welcome to the stream. Glad to have you here. Welcome to the Origin PC stream. And thank you, Evil. I see you made a command for me to make my life a million times easier. I am currently on my personal account, but we have someone else running the commands there. But actually, that's a good segue into, for those that are new, that beautiful link that Moobot just showed in chat right there is the actual link itself to the specs for the build that PJ is currently building on stream. That super crisp shot of PJ putting the fans together right now. So this is an RTS system, which stands for ready to ship, that is designed to get from our amazing warehouse to your doorstep quicker. And it is a opportunity that Bajheera was nice enough to work on us with which has his unique signature on there. So you can get this PC that is also signed by Bajheera etched onto the PC. And it is unique and pretty identical to the PC we actually just sent him himself.
Correct. The specs on the system itself, if anybody's curious, the system's actually running MSI Z690 Force Wi-Fi motherboard, ATX setup. It's running Intel i9-12900K, Corsair MP600 NVMe M.2 for the OS drive. It has a Samsung 870 QVO, 1 terabyte for the storage drive. It could be 2 terabyte. It's a 2 terabyte. Forgive me. 2 terabyte.
How
2 terabyte.
Dare you?
My bad. I'm sorry.
How dare you, PJ?
I make mistakes. So it was a 2 terabyte and 870 QVO for storage, running 10 Corsair LL120 fans in white. It's got a Corsair H150i Capellix cooler with the IQ Elite upgrade kit. So it's going to have the OLED cooler on it instead of the standard Capellix cooler, which you can see right here. Let me take this off so you can see. This is the standard Capellix cooler hub that would go on it. But I'm going to unscrew this and pop this off, and we're going to use this instead, which is pretty cool. That's the new go-go juice right there. Everybody loves this thing.
The go-go juice. The
That's the
go-go
go-go.
juice. The new
It's,
go-go
it's,
juice.
it's the new go-go juice.
I got a shout out to Kevin in the chat. We got Origin PC CEO in the house with a 64-month sub to Origin PC. That's a long time when you think about it. 64 months of amazingness. So shout out to Kevin in the chat.
Mhm.
And yeah, like PJ mentioned, the specs. As always, for every Origin PC build, we do offer 24/7 based lifetime support, US based lifetime support. So you can call us at any time if you're ever having an issue, and someone will be able to. If it's 4 in the morning, or if it's 8 in the morning, or it's 3
We
p.m.,
could
someone
be.
will answer.
Doesn't matter on a Saturday. You could be Saturday on Memorial Day or any special holiday you got. You know, it doesn't matter. You call, there's somebody going to answer the phone and help you out.
And they will be there to help you out. And we also offer on this build US ground shipping, and it ships
Wow.
in 1 to 3 days. So the sooner the better. It gets to your front doorstep to
All right.
improve your gaming setup.
All right. Forgive me. I did this backwards.
Oh no! What did you do backwards?
I just put the fans on the wrong direction. That's
Oh
okay.
no!
I'm just going to flip them around real quick.
If I remember you referencing earlier, you're not perfect. So
No, it's never. I can't claim to be perfect.
so we're watching PJ fix it on that end. And I know
And
that
then it goes this way. That's it. That's all I need.
the new camera angles looking absolutely crisp on this end. So I didn't know I could upgrade the cooler. I already have to the one that shows the temps. If you did buy,
Yeah, if you could buy the Elite cooler alone on itself, you can actually buy the kit. But for people who have purchased the Capellix cooler already beforehand, let's say, for example, you bought it before the Elite cooler came out and you already had the Capellix, which is the cooler that would have come out prior, then and you wanted the upgrade kit, Corsair does sell this separately if you want to get this. But if you're building a new system, Corsair does sell an entire H150 Elite kit with this already mounted onto it. So you don't have to buy this. But for people who do have the Capellix setup, this is definitely an option that you can actually upgrade to whenever you want.
PJ
And it has some really cool features.
Spitting facts, spitting knowledge for the people in the chat. And we got a shout out to Metal, who said he's called it weird times and always got someone to help right away. And yes, that is you're good. Can't spell, I understand completely, but yeah, no, that is completely true. And something that's super cool is that they're able to help you diagnose over the phone what the issue is, and are always able to help you. Our technicians are super knowledgeable and always help.
In certain cases, even able to remote into your system to fix it or make some corrections if needed.
Correct. Yes, there are Elgato devices being used, Kevin. There are Elgato devices being used. Big shout out to Elgato. I love Elgato, and their products are incredible. So, PJ, why don't you tell us a little bit more about what's the next steps we got for the build at the moment?
Once I get this in right here, I have to mount the secondary commander core to the back to plug the remaining fans in. The remaining fans and the actual RGB hub. Not the RGB hub, I'm sorry, the Capellix cooler, because this thing right here has to be plugged directly into the commander core as well.
I was going to say, the more RGB, the better anyway. All 7 fans
5,000 horsepower.
5,000 horsepower. Is that good enough to power up your car?
What, dude? You can play Minecraft with
that. Next, you see, how can I buy the t-shirt Adam is wearing? I am actually wearing, I think I got this on my first ever stream with Origin PC, which is crazy to think.
Exclusive.
Crazy to think how long it's been.
Those shirts are EOL, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, you saw the shirt. I'm sorry, PJ. Did you see the shirt I was wearing?
Yes, I did. I know which one you're wearing. It's the one that says "Create Your Advantage" on the back.
It is. That is the one I am
wearing. That is a throwback.
That is a throwback. So maybe shout out to our team. We might have to bring. I don't know. If there's some need for it. Looks like Nexi is interested in it. But yeah, this was actually the shirt I got on my first stream. I've actually been with the team now for 8 months, which is crazy to think. Time has flown by on my end. And on my first stream, I was given this shirt to wear, and this shirt's really cool. I actually love this shirt. Create your advantage. But the real question is, PJ, can the 5,000 horsepower help run Crisis?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm curious to see what Crisis would do on these newer systems. I did build a Crisis themed system for 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 the actual Crisis.
Did you?
Yes, I did. They reached out to us to build a custom PC, which we did do a giveaway on. So someone's walking around with a crazy custom Origin PC with the imprinted character on it. We put custom mirror tints on it too. So when you shut the system off, it looked like it was like an invisibility cloak, so you couldn't see any of the internal hardware unless you open the door. It looked like a mirror, just a reflection back to you. That was a really cool build.
How long ago was that build?
That was 2020. That was when Crisis relaunched. We did that. I think it was 2020. It was, yeah.
Yeah. Was the last giveaway announced yet for the Intel PC? If you're referencing the winner, if I believe that's your question, or we did just announce a giveaway we are doing an Elden Ring giveaway, for an Elden Ring giveaway PC, which is something that's super cool as well that PJ also worked on. Since we're talking about gaming PCs that were gaming themed giveaways. The more RGB, yes, more RGB the better. PJ, do you like RGB in your builds?
I like it, but I don't like crazy over the top. But I do like some RGB in my system. I'd be lying if I said I didn't.
What's your favorite chassis to work with? I guess I would say in terms of RGB.
In reference to RGB, right now it's going to be the 5000T, just because the case itself has built-in RGB lights. Yeah, right here on the top, and in the front, and even in the bottom of the case, like right across here. When you power the system on, all that turns on. It's pretty wild.
Yeah, and correct me if I'm wrong. I believe for these RTS builds itself, it'll be kind of identical to what we had for Bajheera's PC itself. So when you do turn on that PC, it'll be, and you can customize it after if you do not like the green, but it will be green to identify kind of like
colors.
the same colors as Bajheera's
Yes,
PC.
sir.
But it'll turn on and have a nice green on top of that, the chassis right there, which looks incredible. As well as with the LCD cooler, will also be green with the Origin PC logo on boot up, which looks super cool as well. So yeah, and I think we're talking about the PC from PAX. Was the giveaway winner announced? To my knowledge, we are still searching for a winner.
You need to confirm that with our social media team.
I can confirm that with the social media team, but I believe it has not been announced yet. No problem, Snipes. I love the 5000T design, matches so well with the Corsair monitor together, and that is something that is super cool. Just the unique design that the Corsair team puts together for both their cases and the monitor. The new monitor, the monitor is insanely beautiful. Love the new monitor. Hello, Will. How are we doing? Will from the internet in the stream. And I see Kevin also put the link, or no, not Kevin, Origin PC put the link to the giveaway, Elden Ring giveaway in the chat there. So if you guys were interested in entering the Elden Ring giveaway, that PC I saw looked in amazing in person. So definitely recommend checking out the Elden Ring giveaway that we are currently running with the team. PJ, how are we feeling? Oh, Elden Ring on. There's the giveaway.
Doing good right now.
How are we? You're good. You're feeling good over there, PJ.
Yeah, I'm starting the Capellix cooler right now. I gotta check it apart.
Okay, so that's looking good. So what else is new in your life currently, PJ? What's ongoing? Are you working on any builds currently that you are excited for?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I got hopefully like 1 or 2 upcoming builds. I'm hoping to see some promising results with.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm hoping to get those in ASAP, or reviews, or like what you like to call them, or showcased ASAP.
Right. Got our fingers crossed. I can't get over that. Oh, okay, so let's bring up while we have some time again. So we got the landing page here. If you guys have not checked it out, we can get the landing page in the chat again. The landing page.
Can you go grab it, Alex, for me?
Bajheera's RTS.
Just run to the lab.
RTS. So that is actually right there what the system will look like once it's completely done. Kind of a render, but not finished yet. You guys will be able to see it on your end. And then if you check right there, there's that wonderful signature that Bajheera signed. So it's going to be on the PC. It's not going to be his face, but there is the signature on the PC as well as self. But we're rocking an IQ 5000T RGB case, GeForce NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3090. The 3090 is incredible. The i9 12900K from Intel for the processor. Got 32 gigabytes of Dominator Platinum DDR5. We got an IQ H150i Elite LCD cooler, which you can put anything on that Elite
Cooler.
LCD cooler.
It's got a
Looks
cooler.
incredible. Cooler. We got 2 terabytes of 870 QBO SSD.
Not
We
one,
got
two.
not one, but 2.
Yes,
And then
sir.
we got LL 120 RGB fans, because more RGB the better. And we got 7 of those fans, 7 of them. So that internal fans are incredible. And then we got
Nice.
the RM1000X for the power supply for the board there.
Nice. Ooh. What do we got here? What fan are you?
What?
You are number 2
The
back
more
here.
RGBs, the better. And
Listen
also,
up, we got a huge fan base of RGB people in this chat, don't we? Everybody's just like, RGB it up, RGB it up. Would you guys want to see like a murdered out, an all stealth system with no RGBs? Would you guys think something like that, like a crazy build like that would be cool? If you guys wanted to see something like that, comment in the chat. Let me know. I love build ideas, any creative build ideas, and maybe I'll take your idea into consideration and see if we can just build it.
we got 4 yeses, and I'll order it. And will you stream it if I order it from Nexi? So I think we got another live build stream coming up in the future.
That's something we can talk about, Mr.
Something we can
Adam.
definitely talk. I don't know. I'm all for live builds. I do
Black
love
on
live
black on black on black.
and all blacked out. We got an all blacked out in the chat. How am I supposed to be a pro gamer if I don't have RGB? It needs more. It needs more RGB. It always needs more RGB, in my opinion. I moderately. We got a lot of interest for the clean old look.
Nothing wrong with murdered out systems, man. Murdered out systems look pretty cool too, dude. They look fantastic, especially when they're done proper.
Well, anything's done proper by you.
Thank you for the compliment.
Yes.
You're just blowing smoke.
No, I'd never. I would never do that.
Let's see. This goes here and this goes here. So that's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And this is gonna be
RGB, but all the RGBs are set to black. Black light.
Yeah, it doesn't work, unfortunately. Believe me, I've tried.
So I got a question for you, PJ,
What's
because
up?
this is definitely not my goal to take here. How long have you been working and making PCs for in your current time?
I started actually building PCs here at Origin PC. Prior to that, I didn't have any build knowledge. I have friends that did build PCs on the side. So shout out to one of my boys, call him Mac. He actually started at a PC company that he got me a job working for them. But unfortunately, since I didn't have any background in building, because at that time you needed to have at least a certification. Most companies require that you actually had an A+ certification or something showing that you were capable of building and handling the hardware properly. And since I didn't have that, they moved me in the shipping department. But I used to go to his house all the time, and he would just sit back there and order parts from I don't know if this is how far I'm going back, like Tiger Direct and stuff like that, and buying PC parts, building his own stuff inside of his house. And from there, I would go in there and we play games. I would play Battlefield 1942. That's how far back I'm going.
Wow.
But my uncle too was in the PCs as well, but they never showed me how to actually build the PC. So I would just sit back and watch them in awe. Dude, it was remarkable he would with ease just grab all these certain parts and just plug them into the system and know exactly where they went, what they were going to do, how it would function. But it wasn't until I started here, and I started at Origin in 2013, actually to start in the shipping department. But at the time, they had a back order of a huge amount of systems that needed to be built and assembled, laptops particularly, and asked me if I could help build them. So I went on ahead and I was like, yeah, sure. So I started on the assembly line building laptops, and then from there I switched over to desktops. I just never left. I maybe they wanted me to go back to shipping to keep on helping out, but I just stuck in the assembly line and I kept on working there. I was like, you know what, I really like this more, so I stuck to it. Fast forward, I ended up going from a regular assembler to I ended up being the team leader of the assembly line to managing the assembly line, and then once an opportunity had arisen for to go into the marketing department, which I wanted to continue building. Being a manager, unfortunately, you can't have that luxury. You have to make sure that the team's efficiently working and making sure that everybody's operating at the optimum level. If I'm building, I'm not doing that. So I stuck to it for a while, but when an opportunity came to the marketing department that asked me if I wanted to join, I didn't even hesitate. I took it. I knew it meant not being a manager anymore, but if it meant, you know, more build opportunities to do, crazy stuff, then I was all for it. And if you think about it, you can only get as crazy as the customer gets when you're building the systems on the assembly line. Depending on what the customer is requesting and building, then you have an idea of how cool the build is going to turn out. Some of them are actually really nice. I'm not knocking any basic systems, but I was always like, I want to do the hard lines. I want to do the soft tubes. So that's what I always stuck to. And thankfully I was allowed to do that. But once I got in the marketing department, the marketing team just really wanted to challenge me and like, hey dude, show us what you really got. So I really had to prove myself when I got into the marketing department. I felt like I'd already done that, but once I got in here, I was just nonstop grinding. I was here all hours of the night working on projects. I was kicked out of here repeatedly, at least 1 o'clock in the morning. You need to go home. But yeah, this became my second home. I love this place. This place is taking me places that I never imagined I'd be. So, this is out of all my work careers, Origin has been, by far the greatest decision I ever made.
Do you remember? And this may be a tough question because you have done a lot of builds. Do you remember the first build that you made for Origin PC? Whether it was for not the back orders, but I would say in the first PC you made and what the specs of it were.
No, I can't tell you that, but I do have pictures somewhere of the first hardline that I built. Once we started offering the hardline setups on our website, and I was asked to build the first one, I have pictures of that system. So that was my very first hardline. So if I had to say I have a build that I'm extremely proud of, it's that I always reference that first build. That first build just came out ridiculous. And this is when we were offering 4 card setups. So this is when, there was like 980 Ti. So this was a system that had 4 980 Ti's in it. Or if I recall correctly, it probably had 4 Titans. So quad setups, 3 360 millimeter radiators, 120 millimeter radiator, full reservoir. It was wild when I was done with it. And just after everybody sees it and they look back at it like, holy crap, man, these things are really cool looking. So I got addicted to those. And I have a plumbing background. So working with tubes and bending them wasn't anything difficult. I was like, this is right up my alley. I can do this.
That's interesting. I did not know you had a plumbing background.
I have a plumbing background. My family owned and operated a company for 40 years.
Wow. So hardline, you must really like hardline builds then.
Yeah, because I've been able to I've been with worked with my brothers on replumbing people's houses and redoing walls. So, soldering and cutting copper tubing and putting it inside people's walls of the house. That's why when they were like, "Oh, we're gonna do hardlines," I was like, "I can do that. I've done that millions of times." The only difference was I'm not working with copper. You're working with acrylic or some softer material.
Right.
But same concept.
I got a shout out from Kevin. Technically, we tried to get him to the marketing earlier, but he didn't come over the first time we asked. So.
No, I didn't. He did. He's not lying. He did.
He came over to the dark side. Eventually, we convinced him to come over to the dark side of the marketing team. I know I'm dating myself here, but I built my first PC back in '93 with a 486 DX2 66 MHZ running MS-DOS 6.1 and Windows 3.1.
The only thing I understood was Windows 3.1. Everything else before that, like I said, dude, my career started. My PC building career started when Z97s were the biggest thing ever, and 780 Ti's were out, and so if that's what dates me. SSDs, what was that? The SSDs, a 250 gig SSD was probably like $1,000. That's how far advanced SSDs have become. They've become to M.2s. So I mean, I've seen a lot of when people tell you that technology changes at a very fast rate. Working at a company like this, you literally see it. It's trippy how fast things move.
I didn't even pronounce probably some of the things right that Angel put in the chat there, so I probably dated myself as well. I was fortunately I wasn't even born during that PC build.
You weren't building Whoa, how old are you? Gosh, man, you guys date me when you guys tell me how old you are.
I am 24.
Oh my god.
Born in
Stop it.
'98. So shout out
You
to
were
the
born in
'98.
'98.
Yeah.
I was a I was a junior in high school.
So
God, I'm so old, man.
no.
Oh my god. Oh
PJ
my
built
god.
your first rig with two 9080 GTX. Love the dual GPU setup. Wow. So,
Nice, man.
PJ, we got a lot of shout outs for PJ in the builds he has made.
Thanks, man. Thanks. My actual first build, and I built it here, was a bunch of hand-me-down parts from all the assemblers I worked with, because they were all upgrading their PCs. So anything they had, I would take my hands on it. So my first build was actually what did I have? I had an i7-20. Correct me, I think it was a 2700K, 2700K, 16 gigs of RAM. I was still running on a DDR3 setup. It wasn't even DDR4. What else? I had two 500 gig Seagate drives that were just passed on to me. I didn't even have an SSD. I had a 120 millimeter cooler. I'd be lying if I told you I remember the manufacturer. And my graphics card was a GTX 590 classified.
Wow.
And I remember the first game I really started getting into was all the team at the time. This is when Star Wars Battlefront came out. And everybody at work was getting into it. And I was trying to play the game. And every 20 minutes, I didn't realize that graphics card just gets so damn hot. Just poop, it kept on shutting off on me. The whole PC would shut off. And I was like, what's going on? In the middle of the game.
Throw the PC out. Throw it out the window.
No, it was just time for an upgrade. So that's when I actually started saving money on the side. Just like, if I really want a good PC, I just need to start, saving my money on the side and just get my other parts. So I think my current rig now is even this. I still don't have all the newest of the new, but
we got a big shout out to Alex in production, who just made his little in the corner there, just gave a little peace sign to the camera. Sorry to cut you off there, PJ. But
no, good, man. He's just gonna get his face in here. I told him, I was like, even if the camera catches you doing those pan views, man, you just need to stick your hand out there and wave, dude, because the video work is ridiculous.
Alex has completely overhauled the camera work we got on in the setup, so it's incredible. And big shout out, like Kevin and Pixie does said, to big shout out to Alex in production, who is working his tail off right now to get all those angles for you guys for the build for PJ is working on.
Yeah, what you guys don't see back here is every single time that something gets announced or talked about, he's just running back and forth, and you're not seeing it.
He's going back and forth to behind the setup to make sure we got.
Speaking of Bajheera, speaking of laptops, and bro, he hopped over 2 crates to get to the workstation, so he was ready to switch the view over. So yeah, man, shout out to Alex over here, kicking butt over here, dude.
Speaking of, we may need to get Bajheera, like he said. He spoke with his internal team, and I spoke with my internal team. So looks like here we're gonna have to get him a laptop over there, because he's looking for a new laptop. So we definitely gotta get him one there. But yeah, I've got a build in my cart. Just got to save a little more. I'm excited to get a desktop to go with my laptop. Ooh, what kind of build are we talking about, Will? What desktop are we talking about? What are the internals we're working with? Speaking of new angles there, got another angle of PJ working on the PC there. PJ's looking a little swole. Talking about getting back in the gym. PJ's looking a little swole there. Little games and gains this yourself there, PJ. I think I lost sound to PJ. Maybe did I lose sound to PJ? Yeah, we lost. I think we lost PJ's mic, but we saw the road. We saw what he was talking about, but we understand.
How about now? Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you
now.
All
right, cool. So I was saying gains all in my belly.
Gains are gains. We need you to do 5 curls of the case, just right now.
I can still lift, dude. I don't have a problem with that. I can still pick things up. There's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, it's new laptop.
I want to look the part. I just don't want to act the part anymore.
Yeah, Kevin, we were talking about the new laptops earlier on stream, and I'll actually bring them up. We were talking the new laptops with Bajheera earlier, but if you guys did not know, we actually just did release new laptops here at Origin PC. We got the Evo 14S, 15S, and 17S, And PJ was talking about the internals of them a little bit earlier, but it was a 3050 Ti, 3050 in the 14, correct?
Yes, sir.
3050 in the 14, and the 15 and 17 we were rocking 3080s.
Yes, but I believe so. Yes.
3080. So yeah, if you guys did want to check out the new laptops that Origin does have to offer, these things are beasts. They are as good as desktop replacements, as what some people like to say. We got Alex over there showing the laptops on screen. And as always, these laptops are fully customizable to your entirety with the you can put some nice UV print on the front of the laptop. Had some feedback. I had some feedback on my end, so I didn't want you guys to hear. Kevin said he'll be right back. In these trying times, it might be better to get a laptop than might be the better financial decision. Well, anything Origin PC is a good financial decision. It's something that's gonna run you well in the long time. All of our
Yeah.
PCs
Don't think
are,
of it. Guys, don't think of it as just like, oh my God, it's a ridiculously expensive system. I think I want to say I've gotten to the point to say, yeah, you know what? I think we own that. You know, we might not be the most the cheapest company out there, but you get your money's worth at the end of the day. And when people are actually spending money, you know, this type of money on their system, they're not just looking at for just the latest, not only just the latest and greatest parts, they're looking to necessarily future proof their system for years on end. You know, so when they're buying something, they want to make sure that the system's going to last them an awfully long time. They don't want to continuously the next year over buy something that can keep upgrading their system. And if you're a fan of doing that, then look, I'm all for it too. I think that's really cool. I always encourage people to try to build and, you know, and learn their systems. But just when people purchase systems from us, for the most part, it's because they want to make sure that they get the best quality parts for the time and the money's worth, and that the system's going to last them the time that they need it. So in the event that they do upgrade, it's maybe 6-7 years down the road. You know, like Bajheera was saying, he was still running some of our systems for who knows how long. But because he's a paid, you know, a sponsor of ours, you know, he has the ability to upgrade his system, but he still uses the other systems in the background for other purposes. So it's not something he goes, oh, cool, they give me a new one. He just pushes the other one to the side and just collects dust. He's like, what can I repurpose it for now? Now that I don't have to use this for my gaming PC, okay, I'll use it for my streaming PC. Maybe I can use it for another setup. You know, maybe anything else. Maybe he just has one. Just, you know, so who knows where all four of those systems are right now in his office. But I just know it's just cool to know that he has them all still being used. Is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, and like PJ mentioned, you know, all of our builds are taken with extreme care, and they're designed for them to last. And we care about everybody, and of course, we want you to have the premium and best
Experience.
Yes, thank you. Words are hard today. Best experience, and that also comes with from the entirety of the team, with all the way down to like I mentioned earlier, the 24/7 lifetime support when you do have issues, for someone to help you diagnose the issues that you're currently having. And I see Evil Mercenary said we got 2 commands for the products. We got Origin PC laptops and Origin PC desktops. So that is good to know. I will not be. I am currently on my personal account on the stream. So whoever is currently, and I think Alex is currently, you know, as we said, working production back and forth at the moment. So I think, you know, we'll throw those in the chat every once in a while for you guys to take a look at. But I don't. I'll say hello here. That is me currently in the chat that you guys saw. That is my personal account that I'm currently looking at the stream with. But PJ, how are you coming along with the build on your end? Where are we at currently?
Good, man. I just got fans 7, 8, and 9 already wired up. Actually putting number 10 in. And then once I'm finished with this, I can mount the cooler to the processor. Plug that in, and then it's just what else I got over here? Oh, that SSD. Huh. SSD has a diffuser.
The
2 terabyte. The
2
terabyte SSD.
The 2 terabyte SSD, not the 1.
Not the 1, the 2. So we got a little bit more to go. I'm saving like another Hopefully, don't quote me on it, but like another half hour, 45 minutes. That should be done right before 6, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're looking good so far.
So Dark Legion said this is a very good question, and I'm gonna answer this with a complete honesty and transparency. How long would you say for someone that buys this PC would they need until they needed to upgrade and get a new PC? Ooh, this PC is gonna last you a good while. These are the top of the line specs in this PC, and I think you'd be rocking this PC for a good maybe 2, 3, 4, maybe years. On my opinion, PJ, would you agree with that?
Yes, I would.
This PC is insane. It's a beast, and it is like we said with Bajheera's mottos. It is gaming and gains for sure. It's a bulky PC. Hi, Pixie Dust. There's a time when PC parts would get depreciated in a couple of years, but right now, say a 1080 Ti from 6 years ago is still kicking. Yeah, that's very true. That's very true. 1080 Ti's are still kicking. You're still able to run, a lot on 1080 Ti's. So the parts have definitely improved over the years. What's the warranty of an Origin PC? Great question. I think it's Chula. We have lifetime warranty with Origin PCs.
So
And
it's a 1 year warranty, lifetime support.
right, lifetime warranty for the 24/7 base support, and then you
Yes,
also
sir.
have the 1 year warranty. But then also something that we really have that's really cool is the Evolve program with Origin PC. So let's say you were to buy a PC today with a part, or not today. Let's say you have bought previously a PC with an older part.
Let's
You
say you
wanted
bought one with a 3070. Let's say you have a 3070 and then 3090 came out.
3090 came out and you wanted to upgrade to a 3090. We do swap that part out for you. You send us that 3070, and we do go ahead and send you that 3090 for you guys to upgrade to your PC. And that's something that's very unique that I think Origin PC offers. So we always take care of the customer as long as we can to make sure they're happy and with their experience with Origin PC. $2080 Super run. Shout out to Trippy. I currently am running a 2080 Super.
Me too.
I'm currently
Woo!
running
Shout out.
I'm currently running a 2080 Super in mine as well.
My 2080 Super is fantastic, dude. I
Yeah,
love that thing.
My 2080 Super is kicking, still kicking.
Oh, it's a great card, dude. You don't have any issues, any problems with that thing. And it looks great too.
Hmm.
It's a good looking card.
Still running a 1080 Ti 12 gigabytes on a 8700Q CPU, 11 gigabytes. Wow. In the 2 years I had mine, I only upgraded the memory from 32 gigabytes and GPU from 2080 to 3080, and hopefully it's still working well there, Metal. I'm assuming it's kicking hard.
Such a cool feeling to hear.
What, to know that they're still kicking after all these years?
Yeah, man, absolutely.
Yeah, no, it's definitely improved a lot, and it's cool to see how much parts are improving and developing over the years.
For sure, I agree with that.
So many games are developed for cross-platform play that PC builds last you a very long time now, and I think that's something that's really incredible about the gaming community as a whole, and games in general. Like, cross-platform wasn't really something that was part of gaming maybe a couple of years ago, and now I
It
think
needs to be.
that's something that's really important. We're still, some games are now starting to introduce, if you're a console gamer, they started to introduce cross-platform compatibility. But for the most part, a lot of games now are introducing, PC can play with console and vice versa. So I think that's something that's really unique, and I think it has helped the gaming community as a whole. And just, you can play with your friends that have a PC, and if you have a console, hey, you can still play with them. So it's not as one-sided as the gaming community used to be.
Correct. I actually enjoy that a lot because not everybody, like you said, not everybody can afford to go and invest their money and go and buy a PC, and a console is what they have, but we have to be limited or restricted to what we can play with them because they have to have the exact same thing.
Right.
So I like that they do that.
Of course, I know. I'll speak for the PC because I am both a PC gamer and a console gamer. I do know that there are PC gamers that love playing against console gamers because they are maybe running higher FPS or maybe they're able to be more accurate with mouse and keyboard. But I know there's the argument for both sides. Some people don't like controller gamers because of aim assist, but I don't know. Gamers are gamers for a reason, so. I know PJ and I both like our controllers a
I
lot.
like my controller. I mean, that's why I don't. But you won't catch me going and playing, Call of Duty, so you don't have to worry about me using aim assist.
Well, you play racing games.
Yeah, but I don't need aim assist for a racing game. And
No,
since I got my wheel and my shifter, I haven't been using a controller playing the racing game. And I've legitimately been making the attempt to always use the wheel now. So, and that's a challenge.
You can beat me in a racing game all day because I've never touched a racing game. I did, but I was always terrible when I played racing games.
Yeah, dude.
I
Just like
gave up.
anything else, it takes practice, dude.
That's true. Like building PCs, like PJ does.
Anything takes practice. The more you do it, the better you'll get at it. You can't.
Does PJ use stability control and brake assists?
I used to, but I used to get a bunch of flack especially for one of my boys. I'll use his gamer tag Alchemist. Every single time we would play a game, he would always just get at me. He's like, "You're launching because you're using traction control, so stop that crap."
The person that said that in the chat is the person you're talking about.
I figured. All right, Marco, you don't gotta call me out like that, dude. All right.
He said, "Yeah, me. I'm the one that asked."
I knew it was him because I couldn't sit there and go, "No, I don't use it." He's a liar.
You're wrong. You're
liar.
Wrong.
He uses it all the time. Or I get a text message right now on my wrist, calling you out right now. I love that dude, man. Yeah, he's actually support. He does support for Corsair Origin PC.
One of us. One of us.
One of the support specialists.
How many FPS can your PC get in Gran Turismo 7?
I don't know because my PC doesn't run Gran Turismo 7 because that's a PlayStation game.
Neither does mine. My PC does not run Gran Turismo 7. I will not be getting a PlayStation, but I did watch one of my friends stream Gran Turismo 7 the other day, and that game looks incredible.
It does. I never take away from that. A lot of people think just because I don't play the game or I dislike it, it's just like I'm bashing the game. It's more of a preference when I play Forza because I think the physics on Forza are a lot more intense than Gran Turismo. Gran Turismo is beautiful, though. Mm-hmm. It is a beautiful game. I will never take away from that. But does it play like a real like a game that I enjoy to play? No. And I'm not saying Horizon. Horizon is more of an arcade style game. I'm talking about Forza Motorsport. Mm-hmm. There's a big difference between the two. So people get a misconception that when I start. Yeah, because when I start saying I play Forza, they're saying, "Oh, you're comparing Horizon to Gran Turismo." No, you can't. You can't even you can't even do that. You can't compare the two. But Forza Motorsport compared to Gran Turismo, yes, I'm just more of a Forza fanboy when it comes to that.
Good timing for what Evo put in the chat before I continue on with the conversation, and we'll get back to some racing questions. If you guys did want to check out the build that I think we just lost feed to the camera there a little bit, but if you guys did want to check out, we switched cameras. Boom. See, Alex has got it covered. Alex is running around the room there. You see him. But if you guys did want to check out what we are currently building on stream, we're currently building one of our RTS systems for Bajheera, one of our really cool partners that we've worked with for luckily 9 years now, which is incredible.
Yes, sir.
We're building one of his RTS. So we just recently sent him a PC that was similar to the one that PJ is building. And this is actually an RTS system that you will be able to purchase. It is already live on our website. It went live this morning at 11. So run fast if you guys were looking for an upgrade. And you guys
will go out. They will sell out fast. Our RTS systems always sell out quick.
And I believe this is a limited quantity to begin. So, and they usually are limited quantities. So be sure to check them out. That is the landing page there in the link. But it shows everything you want to know about this PC in terms of the specs, and it is incredible. And PJ, I know PJ might be into that. I'm curious to be off topic from this, but are there any movies or TV shows you guys are enjoying as of late?
I just finished. I finished Moon Knight.
Okay.
Moon Knight was awesome, and then I just started watching. Then just started. I'm almost finished with it right now. Is Outer Range, which is on Amazon Prime.
Mm.
That's a really good show. And then the one I'm gonna start watching is the. I'm gonna say it wrong. The new Mike Myers TV show on Netflix
I have not
because I'm a
watched.
Mike Myers fan. That's
I am not a. It's gonna, and this is gonna be an interesting topic that people may be surprised. I'm not huge on much TV shows or movies. I'm a really big sports guy. And all of my sports teams, for the most part, are currently eliminated or the seasons have ended. So, aside from that, I did watch on Netflix recently. I did watch a new movie by Kevin Hart called Fatherhood, which was pretty cool.
that
Did
was
enjoy
good.
that. That was pretty cool. I enjoyed it. It was a little sad in the beginning of the movie, but I enjoyed it. It was a pretty good movie. So that's probably the most recent thing I watched, and then I've been watching a lot of Castle, which is an older show, but I've watched a lot of Castle, and I do like the crime investigation shows. So that's the most recent thing.
I'm gonna get
Does
the camera and turn around on you, boy.
Does PJ watch? Does PJ watch? Does PJ watch any sim racers on Twitch?
I don't watch too many of them. I'm sorry if I don't. I haven't found too many that I to get into just yet. But I'm open to recommendations. Most of the ones that I always find, they're always like they're gentlemen from out of the country. I don't see too many American Twitch users. But I do I'll follow some of the guys from the Hoonigan channel because I like watching the drifting that they do.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's wild to see these guys drifting just using these things. It's really crazy.
Big shout out to Alex there.
You see him back there? You see him? He's over here just clowning around.
Big shout out to Alex making another cameo on the stream there. Quick little peace sign for the people at home.
That goes here.
People who compare Forza with Gran Turismo, plugging a wheel in Forza Motorsport 7 completely changes the game from controller.
Yep, it sure does. It's a totally different game. That's why I was I've been totally committed just using the wheel.
Interesting. I feel like now that I know how to drive, not now. I've been driving since I was 18. But now that I know how to drive, I feel like that actually would improve my gaming experience for racing games since I've never been able to use a wheel. I feel like it just makes it more immersive in the actual experience of itself for the gaming.
Yeah, to me it does. Especially we actually brought it to work one time, and one of the coworkers actually brought his Oculus in, and we hooked it up with the Oculus and using the wheel. That will make you want to throw up.
No,
I got nauseous. They had to put and I was excited. I was all hyped. I wanted to keep playing, but I started feeling nauseous going around some of the turns. So they actually had to put a fan on me so it would keep me cool.
I've actually never had the opportunity to even use an Oculus yet. I've never even gotten to try it out. So a lot of people say you get nauseous from it, but I've never actually gotten to try using an Oculus yet.
It's fun experience, man. Hey, look, check me out. I'm gonna throw up.
Check me out. I'm going to throw up. Yeah. I'll walk into a wall using an Oculus. I feel like I've seen a lot of people do that.
I've seen some of the guys. If you find YouTube, there's some guys that just spend a whole week with the Oculus on. I'm going to live in a virtual world for one whole week. You watch those videos, man. They don't take it off.
Yeah, and they sleep. Yeah, they sleep.
Yeah, they sleep with it on. Yep.
Yeah, they sleep with the Oculus still on.
Mm-hmm.
Liquid cooled Oculus when? RGB liquid cooled Oculus when?
Are you gonna start switching that?
Hmm?
Are you gonna start switching that?
Yeah.
I think PJ is starting to switch the cooler now, I believe. We're gonna put the LCD display on that cooler, so we're probably gonna switch to a good camera angle of it. Does he watch Formula D, the PC builder? We got a question in chat for you.
Yes, I like Vaughn Gittin, and I'm a Adam LZ fan. I watch his channel a lot too, so shout out to those guys. I'd love to work with him too. If there's any way that we can collaborate with that guy, I would love to work with him. I'd figure something out. But he's a Florida boy. You know, that's another reason too. You know, he's right down the street. So
Shout out to Florida. For those from Florida. Florida. Yeah, with my New York accent. Forgive me for those that are from Florida. I don't say Florida.
you say Flow Rider.
I say Florida. Has PJ ever racing simmed on the what? I don't know. I'm gonna butcher how to pronounce this. Nordschleife?
Yes.
Did I say that right?
Yeah. The Nürburgring.
Wow. Okay. Shout out to me. We take those.
Yeah, that's an amazing track. It's like a 10.5 mile track, you know, just so that's a really fun roller coaster ride if you can play that game. But yeah, I've raced on that.
What does PJ think of using an e-brake and shifters while gaming?
I use the shifter. I don't have an e-brake though. I want an e-brake.
I'm learning a lot about the racing sim community today.
Yeah, man. It's cool that we actually have a community that people are into that, dude. Yes, man.
I didn't know that we have a really big community for racing, that more than I knew about.
So maybe we need to see if we can figure out how to do that racing sim.
Yeah. Might be in the future of the cards, a racing sim. Who would be interested in a racing sim in the chat?
Look at that. Bomb, 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 bomb. It's probably going off right now. I can't even see it.
Love racing, but besides Hoonigan, most channels get so boring in the details.
He's not wrong. It's got to be somebody exciting. I actually had a chance to when I worked PAX. Was it PAX 2019? And my last day there, right before the opening of the show, I actually got to go upstairs in the second booth. And if you watch the Hoonigan channel, they had both of their racing sims up there. So I actually was able to, you know, have a session on the blue racing sim that they have, and that one was intense. They did a good job putting those things together. If you don't know what I'm talking about, Adam, they actually built a whole structure like an exo cage, like a go-kart style, but big. They put a bucket seat in there. They attached 3 monitors to it, and then the actual setup had actuators at the bottom. So when you're driving, the whole thing would just shift and rock front backwards. When you hit the brakes, the whole thing would throw yourself forward.
It would shift like a real car.
Yes. Every single thing was just rocking you around back and forth. So the actuators on it give you the full experience.
Wow.
That was cool.
We got a lot of interest in the chat for racing sims.
Woo! I'm not the only one.
Just make a GTA Online clan? No, that's not the same.
Hey, been there, done that. Ask Alchemist. People used to get really upset when we go in a chat room on GTA and say, "What are we gonna do today?" I don't know. We're bored. Let's just yeah, I'm that guy. I'm
that guy.
Alchemist and I are that guy that you're just gonna be like, you know what? I don't want to play this anymore. You turn it off. Or we had a nice little squad that we would go on there and just cause havoc for a while. And then this thing right here goes.
Good evening, Panda. Welcome. Good evening. Don't sleep on GTA Online. I don't know.
I do not sleep on GTA Online.
I was into GTA Online for a little bit, and then I don't know. My attention span for GTA didn't last that long.
Yeah, you're one of those.
I don't know. I just ran out of things to do. I played a lot of the custom races on GTA, but I don't know. I got tired of GTA 5 really quickly, but
I went on a lot for the stunt racing. I could definitely tell you that. When they started doing the stunt races, I got hooked. That's how I made most of my money on the game. I would just sit there and just play the stunt races.
I got all of my money through the Christmas glitch on the Xbox 360, and then when they brought it over to the next gen, which is now old gen, they took it all away from me. But they let me keep all of the things I bought.
I did that on Xbox because, like I said, I was big into console. But once I switched over to PC and I was like, oh, I want to play GTA on PC. The idea of starting over from where I was already at. Just I was like, I don't want to start back over.
Yeah, that's exactly probably why I didn't start over.
I won't say his name, but I had somebody help me out there. Now I got just about everything I could possibly want on my PC version.
I wonder who that could be.
Don't worry about who it is, man. We don't. It's like in Loki. It's he. You know. He who remains.
No, yeah, I wonder. I wonder.
Don't worry about
He
it,
who
man.
remains should not.
You keep hosting your show, all right?
Yeah, my keep hosting my show. So welcome to Origin PC. I'm Adam Royman, otherwise known as Royman Teep. Now kidding.
We don't snitch.
Camera's so good. I thought it was playing ads. No, this is not an ad, Chrissy. This is PJ and Crisp. I don't even know what output this camera is running currently. But
What's the camera running? What camera output is this, Alex? It's still running 1080.
1080.
That's 1080, but that's clean 1080.
Ooh, I know that PJ is going to be very excited to answer this because PJ and I have spoken. PJ and I have spoke about this in the office a couple times. What is your favorite car from the Adam LZ compound?
Oh, wow. From his compound, I want to say at first it was his Chaser, but not his Chaser anymore. It's actually not even one of his drift cars. It would be his GT3, his Porsche. I love Porsches, so when his GT3 actually that he decided to start tracking the car instead of just like not making it a drift car, I thought that was exciting. So I like to see more content with that car, but his Porsche is ridiculous, and that's not even one of his fastest cars. His Beamer that he has that he uses to drift is ridiculous too. Yeah.
I know we've spoken about it recently with Adam LZ. Back fan and cable from CPU cooling, making my OCD scream. We got in the chat. I think PJ is doing a really good job of the cable.
Are we referencing this here?
I don't believe
whoever said that, yes or no? I'm just curious.
Because I believe PJ is doing a very good job of these wiring here.
The wiring, yeah, man. Thank you. The only reason why it's set up like this is because remember this is an RTS system, so the RTS systems pretty much have to be identical to all the same. So the remaining systems that were assembled, because there was a limited quantity of these, the remaining ones were already built, and all of them were with the cooler set in the back. That's how Origin PC Manufacturing builds these systems. So I have to build and abide by how the standard operating procedure is for the system. Can't go off the rocker. If this was a marketing system that we were building for a specific person, then yeah, I have free reign to do whatever I want. But but in this case, no, it has to. This system particularly has to match with everything else.
Twitch cannot handle 4K. Yeah, and that's crazy. Finally bought a GPU upgrade for your 10-year-old card today. What GPU did we get, Panda? And in regards to Adam LZ, we got an I love the S15 from Atro.
Which one? Because I think he has like two of them. You talking about the yellow one? His very first car. This guy was actually a BMX rider, Adam.
Really?
Yeah, he was a famous BMX rider. He started getting into cars and just started dedicating his entire channel mostly to that. But if you go back and watch his early stuff, it was him always doing like hanging out with his boys, doing tricks on his bikes. And then the cars were just something on the side that he did just to mess around with.
Just received my 3080. I'm out of the GPU market for years now. You're good, Truth. You're good for some time now. And he was talking about the 2JZ swap for the car.
That's a nice, yeah, I know which one he's talking about. That's a really nice car. All of them are nice.
Gigabyte.
He's got an army of cars, dude. That guy's compound is just ridiculous, dude. He bought this enormous compound that some guy owned that he used to do like a custom body work, and he had his own shop on this big lot of land. And then the guy passed away, and he bought it, and he started doing all of his work. So imagine he doesn't have to go anywhere to get any parts or do any work for his cars. It's done all in house in this one big compound, and he opens it up to his friends who do certain stuff. So if he needs certain parts for his car, he walks right over to the next garage that he's letting his buddies rent out, and he's like, "Hey, I need a part." And like, "All right, no problem, I got it right here." I blew a transmission. I'm gonna blow a transmission. I'm just gonna walk over to the Drift HQ and grab a new throw bearing or some drift parts.
I need that supply for PCs. Oh, I need a new GPU. Oh, here's a top of the line.
It's right here, man. Right here, no problem.
Yeah,
right here.
Take that. I'm curious if PJ can't wait to do another desk PC one day for a customer, meaning a PC that's inside a desk. I actually saw this recently from PJ. He actually showed me it. It was before I was part of the team, and it was incredible. I think we remind me who we did it for.
That was for
PJ.
Matthias,
Matthias. Yeah, my brain. I was gonna say Matt, and I was like, nope, it's
or
Matthias.
AKA
Yeah,
the Overkill channel.
that was incredible. That build was one of a kind. That thing was cool.
Gracias, señor. Gracias.
That cable is so close to the back fan. If it bends and gets in a fan, it can make a mess.
No, I can put my fingers back there. There's no place. It's nowhere near the fan. Maybe from your angle that you're looking at it, it probably looks like it's very close. I get that, but from my perspective, no, it's nowhere near it. I could stick my pinky right in between the two. That's how much space I have. And even if I push it back, there's still not enough force that would even make it go up against the fan blade. It's fine.
I follow a streamer here who drag races 2JZs, IS300. I don't know if you've heard of him before.
No, I have not.
The build is beautiful. So shout out to PJ from Will. Build is looking incredible. I will take it gladly off your hands if you are if you need someone that could test it for a little bit. I can be sure to be the test dummy to make sure everything is working properly for just
I bet you could.
Yeah, I definitely could. I believe there's a lot of people that would also volunteer to oh, there's one from Will. I volunteer as tribute to test.
Let's see here. I'm just gonna go. Let's get these suckers in here.
What percentage did you say we're at? Did you got the LCD cooler? Oh, there's the LCD cooler.
Yeah,
I see
the
with
cooler's
the
in
camera
there.
switch. Cooler is on there, looking nice and crisp.
Yes, sir.
What is your favorite part of the building process, PJ? You would say,
The
other than
cabling.
all other the cable, really?
Cabling.
Not pulling off the plastic at the end?
Nope.
Oh,
That's for the
That's
customer. It's mostly for the customer to do. If it wasn't for the actual just the etching that we had to display during the stream itself, I would have left it on there.
right.
But that's for me. That's like, yeah, that's the customer's job. That's for the customer satisfaction to like finally get it up and running, and they tower it on, and you do a little final peel. I'm sorry, whoever gets this system. My apologies. I took that away from you. But trust me, you'll get over it really fast.
We can stick them back on there. No, it's just
I could. It's just not going to stick as well.
you won't feel the same. It's not the same. Do you follow TRC, that racing channel?
Yes, I do. They're based out of Florida. They're in like West Palm Beach area.
Oh, close to home.
TRC. I follow them. I follow Rob Dom. I follow Daily Driven Exotics. I follow TJ Hunt. I follow. Look, I'm giving all these shout outs to all these YouTubers.
Hey, they know you're interested. That's a
call me, man. Let's see what's collaborate.
Hey, like I said to Bajheera earlier, throw it up in the air and see if it sticks.
Call me, guys. Let's see what's up, man. Let's do something. Let's build a PC. Let's you need a laptop to tune your cars. What's up? Hit us up.
Shout out to Stagey from my channel, from my community in the chat. What up, Stage? And we got her shades in the chat.
Sydney.
So we got Sydney.
I love you, Sydney.
We got Sydney in the chat. This is a first. I have not had the opportunity to meet Sydney.
Sydney is the sister I wish I always had.
The sister I wish I always wouldn't. Isn't the saying the sister I never had?
Yeah, it's pretty much the same thing, same difference.
Okay, fair enough. Same.
I don't have sisters, but if I had a sister, it'd be her because she, I can't recall how many times that woman has calmed me down after a stressful day. Like, yo, you need to chill out or go take a walk or just talk.
So what you do to me now?
Yeah, pretty much. I've learned. Sydney has taught me to like take a breather and keep my cool and just think before I speak.
Got a question in chat for PJ. Out of all the cases you have built, which is your favorite case to build and why?
The Origin Prime case 4 different orientation setups that you can do in that case. So you can do multiple different setups. You can get creative on that system. The way you can cable manage the system. There's so many different places to hide cabling in it. And again, I owe that case everything. That's the one that got me able to build and start understanding a structure and procedure on how to put PCs together. So I owe a lot to that case, as weird as it sounds.
PJ is the GOAT, like Sydney said.
I work with Sydney I started in the marketing department with Sydney, so she was new too.
Sydney led to many opportunities.
Yeah.
She's
doing big things now, man. She's doing big things. I'm very happy for her. You know, sometimes it stinks, you know, if there's people out there that work with, you know, certain people and you get a great rapport and a good relationship with somebody. And unfortunately, they turn around and they tell you, hey, you know, I got an opportunity doing something else. Yes, I'll be the first to tell you it sucks. I've worked with a lot of great people that have gotten other opportunities or even progressed in other positions in the company. And it sucks to not be able to work with that person, but you can't be nothing but happy for them that they're doing something that they're happy doing.
Exactly. One door closes, another one opens.
For sure, you know? And this doesn't mean like goodbye. It just means, hey, dude, I'll see you later and we can still hang out.
Was that a Fast and Furious reference?
No, dude. I don't watch that.
As surprising as it sounds, to you on gaming on racing there,
PJ. Then don't reference that movie.
How dare I?
How dare you? No, I got it's, you know, after like the first 5, I was like, all right, I'm good. And then they kept on making them. I was like, all right, I'm done. I'm
done. Threw his hands over and I'm done.
Family. It's all about family. Go away.
Shout out to Argo in the chat saying he's awesome to see us live and is interested in buying a PC from Origin PC in the next couple of months.
Nice, dude. Look forward to it.
I do, from Markson in the chat, I know at one point we did sell the cases as a standalone, but we do not offer them anymore. And unfortunately, I do not believe that is in the plans for the future as of right now.
No, fortunately,
for us to sell the case as standalone. I know the Chronos is incredible, but I do not believe we have any plans at this current time.
No, unfortunately. Your guess is as good as mine. But I wish there was, dude. I would love for a new Prime case to come out. But that is all up to the product development team.
I'm just the marketing guy. Don't shoot the messenger.
Yep, that's it, man.
Just the marketing guy. Don't shoot the messenger. I talk to the fun people. They're the ones that make my job fun and interesting, like Bajheera.
Correct.
Do we offer anything in terms of RAM other that is better than the 3200? I believe we, like in this one, we have the 5200.
This is a Vengeance DDR5 running at 5200.
Platinum.
My apologies.
Dominator. We got Dominator Platinum DDR5 in this at 5200. So yeah, we do offer better than 3200 Nunya. I gotta get VIP on my channel, the Origin PC channel. Yeah, I mean, majority of the time I will do. I'll be on the stream, so there's no point to get VIP for my chat. Too Fast, Too Furious is a classic. Do you agree with that, PJ?
Sure.
That's a no.
Whatever makes you feel happy.
That's a hard no.
No, the best car in the whole movie was the first 10 minutes of the movie.
Do you know who you're talking to right now, PJ? Do you know who made the comment?
Alchemist made that comment.
No. It was Gabby, my girlfriend. It was Gabby, my girlfriend.
Sorry. She's making a biased opinion. All right. Everybody's entitled to their opinion, Gabby. All right. Everybody's entitled to their opinion.
PJ, are we officially? PJ, are you guys officially beefing?
What? I don't beef with anybody. What are you talking about? I'm the nicest guy ever. Who have you ever heard me talk smack about?
Fast and Furious.
There you go. Yeah, right. That you're right there. That's you're 100% correct.
What would be the
Me
best way to
talk
get
smack.
what would be the
That's
best way to get a PC part to be added to be put into the PC if we buy from you guys, but it was not on the website?
I don't think we do that anymore, unfortunately.
We do not.
That was something that we did back in the past, like prior, like Origin's MO used to be, if you had a certain spec, which I thought was cool, but that was something, early on in the years when we first started coming out with, there was a certain spec, or you can even, like you mentioned, you can probably build the entire PC out and ship it to us. And yes, we would build the computer for you. Well, all we would do is just, it would be based on the labor. And I don't know how how the warranty and stuff worked on the back end, specifically if it was parts that you purchased yourself. But I do know that was something we used to do, but unfortunately, no, we don't do that anymore. What we could, I mean, I've seen customers just buy purchase certain specific parts, or they'll get the lowest of the low end parts or the high end parts that they want. If they have a 3090 at home, but then go and just put the lowest GPU that we probably offer. I don't know what we offer right now. Probably like a 3060 or 3050, just to get the system home, just so they can upgrade the 3090 into the system. The other cool thing about Origin PC is you can stick your hands in the system and work on it. It doesn't affect your warranty.
Yep.
Crazy as that sounds, I'll repeat it again. It does not affect your warranty. If you have an upgrade and you do the Evolve upgrade warranty, you can take the GPU out yourself. You can send it to us. We will send you the new card and you can install it, and your warranty is still active. Your warranty is not voided. If you're troubleshooting the system and you have support on the phone with you, they encourage you to put your hands in the system because it's a better way of you getting familiar with the hardware inside your computer. So it's just look at it as a way of like a little learning lesson too. It's like I'm learning something new with the computer. I'm learning how to correct or fix something, and Origin isn't telling me, hey, by the way, because you put your hands in it, you voided it. Now you got to pay extra amount of money to do the repairs. No, it doesn't work that way. So that's another thing to be comfortable with about when you have an Origin PC as well.
I'm actually going to use this time to reference very quickly because I think it's been a little bit of time since I referenced it. I know I've been bringing it up a lot, so if you guys have been here the entirety, I appreciate you guys hanging out with us on this Thursday.
Thank you guys. Much appreciated.
It's been a while since we did a live build, so
yes, sir. So I'm, just be mindful with us. Adam and I have, we're still getting in our groove working together, but like I said, he and I've been working in the back end for like the last 6-7 months together, and we know that we have a good vibe when it comes to working with this. So be patient with us. These streams are just going to get better and better, and we promise to start bringing them back more and more.
I have a lot to live up to in the eyes of, for you guys that have been around the Origin PC community for a while. For Lewis,
yes, you do.
Yes, I do. And
we had two legendary hosts, man. You had Lewis, which is, I loved working with Lewis, man. We always had like a really good, I want to say not just the rapport, but it was like really good to like just joke around and clown with him. And then Alexis Kuzi. So the people for our revisiting people who are familiar with our channel, everybody remembers Kuzi.
Yes, I've heard a lot about Kuzi as well.
Yeah, he was one of the guy who started all this for us, to be honest with you, because he was the one who wanted to start doing just gaming streaming, and then it started from gaming streaming to like, why don't we start doing build series on our channel too? So it all started with him, and he wasn't even actually in the marketing department when he brought this idea to the marketing team. He was just another assembler that we had on the assembly line. So he started doing this for his just free time. Right after work, he would go into to our stream room, and he would log in and just start streaming himself playing games for Origin PC. So that's how it all started,
right?
With our streaming services, or how we're doing things now. So I always like a big shout out to him. I still talk to him, man. He's doing really well for himself.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. I like you said, I have a lot to live up to in this role. So if you guys are not familiar, I'll give you guys. I don't really speak about me a lot because this is all about Origin at the end of the day. But for you guys to get to know me a little bit more, I am the influencer and partnerships coordinator with Origin PC. So I work with people like Bajheera and the fun people that help represent our brand as a whole. Oh, look at that! We got a throwback on the screen with Lewis,
with Trey Ratcliffe.
With Trey Ratcliffe and their live builds. That's a cool little throwback.
Oh,
right there.
I remember Trey Ratcliffe. Trey Ratcliffe was an interesting character, man. He was really cool people. I wish you could see Alex's face right now. He's just dying laughing.
Because of you or because
No,
of
not the. It has nothing.
Oh wait, no, I know. I know which stream this is. Never mind.
Where'd that come from?
I know. No, I know. We got the memes going on the stream. That's great. I love it. So
Where'd that come from?
I work with the influencers here at Origin PC. I'm the influencer and partnerships coordinator. So I get to work with Bajheera and Towley and TSM Vis, all the fun people. So they make my job super fun. And personally, it was kind of like a bonus. So like I mentioned earlier, I do streaming myself, and I was a Mixer partner prior to Mixer's closure. So that's where my streaming experience comes from. So it's really I'm blessed to be able to look at the 3090 on the stream. That looks incredible.
I just like making people just like little like edgy on edge.
And a little edgy,
like,
dropping the 3090.
Hey, you want here, Alex? Ready? 1, 2. No,
you'd body me in 2K22. Yes, yeah, Andreas. We can 1v1, but I'm a Nets fan, so the Nets didn't do too well this year. The Nets are trash. Nets are terrible. We had a terrible season. We got 4-0'd. I'm originally from New York, and that's where the New York love stems from for me. But the Yankees are doing well. We're the best in the league right now, 23-8. So the Yankees are doing well. So I got one team this season. But yeah, I used to be a Mixer partner, so that's where my streaming experience comes from. So it was a bonus for me when I joined the Origin PC team that I was able to take over the streams, and it's been a blessing, and it's cool for me to have taken my content creation and able to turn it into a job that I absolutely love. So, is the old setup room still kicking, or can we say rip? The room.
This is the old setup room.
This is the old room, Dark Legion. Something I think Alex and I turned it into a project around when I actually joined the team. It was one of the projects that we wanted to change, so we wanted to change the room. And
to be 100% fair, yeah, I was for it. You know, as cool as the streaming room was before, the great wall of games, the streaming room definitely needed to be spruced up. And with Alex and Adam coming in here, specifically Alex, because he's got the background with with photography and production, he knew how to set lighting up and angles. I mean, look at the way the room is set up now. Look behind me. This dope wall, the black and the white that he set up on here. If you could see, I mean, you can't see it now. Maybe if he gets in the other camera, he's got a bunch of like really cool setup with some of our existing systems just on display. Look at this sucker back here. Look at this. Look at this thing. He just got him on here just for looks, and that's he knows how to set stuff up in here. So shout out to Alex, man.
Sole production guy. Very, very ugly GPU. Yeah, the 3090 is gross. No, it's gross in a good way. I miss J-Kid and RJ, so that's the team that I grew up with.
This thing is the prettiest graphics card of all the graphics cards. The Founders Editions are always the prettiest looking. I don't care how many fans you got on it. I don't care how this is just classy, dude.
Yeah, so the J-Kid and the RJ era, Andreas is the team that I grew up with. That's why I became a diehard fan. I actually used to go to all those games. I had season tickets growing up to those games. So, and then I ended up being a ball boy for the New Jersey Nets for a little bit. So that was something that was pretty cool and unique that I got to experience. So the Nets are.
How you New Jersey Nets doing?
The New Jersey Nets don't exist anymore, but the Brooklyn Nets.
How your Brooklyn Nets doing?
Yeah, we don't talk about it.
Yeah,
I cried. My tears are. There's no tears left.
Who's in the Eastern Conference Finals?
No.
Who's in the Eastern Conference Finals?
Not you yet. You're not you yet. Not you yet. The series isn't over. Still not the Heat. They're not there yet. They got to win one more game.
Do you really think we're gonna get knocked out? Do you really think we're gonna? All right.
No, I don't. But I also hate James. I also hate James Harden. I love James Harden if he wants to work with Origin PC, we'd love to work with him. But in terms of the Nets, my heart still hurts about what happened.
Does he play with Philly now? Yeah, he's playing with Philly now.
He's against you guys in the series currently.
Yeah, but it's unfortunate that they got stomped out the other night, didn't they?
Who, the Heat or the Sixers?
The Sixers got stomped out.
Yes, they did.
Finally, I got upset the last 2 games, man. When I saw 3 and 4, when I saw game 3 and 4, I was like, what the hell is going on here?
$6 tickets. Yes, didn't know that. I had season tickets. I was a ball boy for the New Jersey Nets. And I also went to the New Jersey Nets games when they were 0-17 and the tickets cost a penny. And I still went to the games.
The tickets were a penny?
when we were 0-17 back in the early before I think it was 2008, 2009, and 2010. I forget which. I think 2008 was the season we went 0-17, and tickets cost a penny because they wanted to fill the stands. Still, nobody went, but I did.
Oh my god, I would have went to every game. I was like, just give me tickets for the next like 10 games for a penny.
Favorite Nets player, not counting Kyrie or KD, Bruce Brown. No hesitation, Bruce Brown. And then favorite Nets player of all time, Vince Carter. I have his jerseys signed and hanging up in. Not hanging up. I should hang them up, but they're in my room. That 3090 rocking that Apple G5 brush style. Are you rocking the Apple G5 right now?
This no.
Yes.
This is actually I don't know. It's a band that I bought. It just looks like I like it. It's just an old wideband for I have a first gen Apple Watch. I can't dunk this in water.
I gotta get an Apple Watch.
If I dunk this in water, it's over. that's how old this watch is.
Come join the Warriors wagon. I'm gonna decline that option and I'm gonna pass that one over to PJ.
What?
Do you want to become a Golden State Warriors fan?
No.
Okay. Well, we threw it up there. It didn't stick, Andres. Sorry. Maybe if we if we get to the Origin PC team comes over to the Corsair headquarters one day, we go to a Warriors game.
I'm not opposed to basketball games, dude. I will definitely go to a basketball game. I don't care who's playing.
Who's my team in the West? Good question. My team in the West, I'm bad with second teams. I'm bad with second teams. But if I had to say a team historically that I like a lot in the West, I would probably say the Dallas Mavericks because I loved Dirk Nowitzki growing up.
Dirk Nowitzki was a damn dude. He was relentless, man. I count repeated Heat games of Dallas and Miami always playing against each other, and he was always like, dude. I don't even say it in a bad way. He was just a nuisance to the team.
He was incredible.
Like the guy walks around looking like he can't comprehend sentences, but he would go there and knock shots out like crazy, and you're like, geez,
fadeaways,
dude.
Just nonstop fadeaways.
I remember the back and forth with him and Wade and him and Shaq, and even when I don't think they were playing with LeBron. No, that was before LeBron, right?
LeBron's first loss in the finals was against the Mavericks.
Yeah, that's right. That was the first year he played with us. We didn't.
Yeah.
I don't think we won.
What about Jason Kidd? All right, so I got two opinions on Jason Kidd. I love Jason Kidd as a player. As a Brooklyn Nets coach, it was a little brutal when he told Isaiah Whitehead to bump into him to spill his drink because we were out of timeouts stands. So, Cosmic, we cannot give you any free PCs. I'm sorry.
Where's that power cable out, Alex?
The new stadium tickets. Have you been to the new stadium, Andreas, for the Warriors? Nah, you're all okay, Cosmic. Unfortunately, if I could give you a free PC, I'd give you a free PC myself. But as
you
CJ
could win
said,
a free PC.
You can
go to OriginPC.com.
As CJ and PJ said, wow, CJ and PJ, love that. We do have a giveaway for the Elden Ring PC right now. I do believe Kevin posted it in the chat earlier. It is on our Twitter page as well, on Origin PC on Twitter, probably on our Instagram. It's on all our socials for the giveaway for the Elden Ring. And then I'm not 100% sure. We also do have the Intel giveaway that might still be active. I'm not 100% sure, but I can ask our social team. But we do have giveaways right now and free PJ. Oh, wow. Nexie got the Ask a Moderator for the link. Oh, no, Andreas. Oh, no. You can write it to me on Teams, and I'll post it. Oh, I can't either. I'm not there we go. Origin PC is showing it on the stream. Can the PC start now? I don't believe PJ is ready for startup yet.
No, I'm not ready for startup.
Maybe one day on upgrading the watch, PJ. Yeah, we'll get PJ.
Hey, if you guys want to get me a free watch, I'm all for a free watch. If it ain't broke, why fix it? It works perfectly fine.
Oh, Andre. Okay, Nexie. Okay. Cost an arm and a leg, but you were there. I don't think the PAX one is out. Yeah, the PAX one, I believe, may be over. CJ, I can't even post it. I can't post it myself. My personal account's not a mod in my own stream. Not my own stream. This isn't my stream. My stream's on a different. My stream's on a different channel. That is not this one, but I could post it on my stream if you wanted to. But also big shout out to Nexie as well. I was able to, and I know PJ was proud of me, and the team was. It was a proud moment for me. I was able to make my debut on the Corsair stream for Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. That was a cool moment as well.
I actually got to meet her.
You got to meet
who was on the one of the girls that was on the stream?
Ice Rocker. Ice Rocker.
Very nice.
Ice Rocker was also a former Mixer partner. The days of Mixer. The old days.
Where is it?
Origin does not trust you to give you mod privilege. No, they do. I just think, honestly, since I'm on the stream usually, there's no point to give me mod privileges. And normally I'd be on the Origin PC channel, but I honestly forgot that I was logged into my personal account before the stream started, and I didn't want to switch because I would need the 2-factor authentication, and I would have to get that from a different email.
Excuses.
Hey, production. Hey,
excuses.
Hey, production guy. Hey, production guy. Why don't we stick to production over there?
Look at that. How about that? It's a PC again.
It's a PC.
It's a functioning, powered PC. But does it post? Yup.
Who is Adam Reutman to Origin? I am the influencer and partnerships coordinator. So I work with all the content creators and partners, and I'm very lucky. And then I also do the streams. Your Origin PC will get there next week. Be sure to tweet it, Badix. And if you tweet it, I'll be sure to make sure our team reposts that for you on Twitter or any platform that you prefer. I appreciate it, Andreas. I appreciate it. I was a little nervous going into that stream. Best PC. Ooh, look at that. That UV print is insanely cool. How do you enter a state when you live in New Zealand for the giveaway? So some of our giveaways happen to be worldwide. Unfortunately, not all of our giveaways are worldwide. I believe the Intel giveaway that we just did was worldwide. Elden Ring, I believe, is US only, or North America only. Andy Roof from the community in the chat. What up, Andy? PJ, I'm a nobody apparently to Origin PC, right?
Says who?
Says somebody in the chat. I'm a nobody.
Well, maybe to them, but not to me.
Aw, that's a heartwarming moment.
Yeah. Don't think about it too much, all right?
I won't. I'm not allowed to lose sleep over it.
Don't lose any sleep over it. We are good to go, my friend. That's it.
We are good to go. Let's get a good close up of it right there.
Oh, that's better.
It might be, Seka. It might be. With the lights off. It may be. I may be confusing it. I believe it may be worldwide, Seka. If you were able to enter, then it was worldwide. CJ Snipes is going to win it. CJ and PJ, the collaboration opportunity. Look at the PC. So we got the RGB going there. We got the LCD cooler, the lights with the RGB because more RGB is better. But I guess we'll move forward. I think everything is done on your end, PJ, right?
Yes, sir. System is done.
Look at that.
You know how people say, but does it run Crisis? But does it post?
but does it post?
Yes, it does.
Just a normal Thursday evening in Nebraska with PJ turning it off. Think we're coming down to the final moments on the stream here. But before we do, I do want to mention the specs again, and a big shout out to Bajheera and Bajheera's community for joining us. And nice image of the LCD cooler there with the custom startup on the Origin PC. But big shout out to Bajheera. Bajheera is an incredible influencer that we worked with for 8 years now. We were beyond lucky to do this RTS with him. He is the first actual creator, I believe, and forgive me if I'm wrong, PJ, or correct me if I'm wrong. This is the first creator I think we've done an RTS with.
You can actually see his signature right there too.
And as you can see his signature, he has signed these on the cases. This PJ, that the build that you just did right here, one lucky person will get. So you may get lucky, and this will have been touched by PJ himself. But big shout out to Bajheera and his community for letting us do this opportunity. And this PJ killed it on stream. Building.
I'm right here.
PJ
Hold on.
Killed it.
I forgot I could do this. Look. Hey, look. I'm right here.
You're right here. You're right there.
I'm right there. Look.
And if you guys did want an opportunity to buy one of these, we do have these for sale on our site now. If we can get a link in the chat to the landing page, you guys can check out everything there is there. You can customize it. And yeah, PJ, do you have any final thoughts?
Thanks for everybody who joined the stream and watched us today. This is this is still like a little experiment with all the new cameras going in here. Alex set everything up with production. This is the first time that I've worked without actually having the host here, but it was very successful. It just proves that, like whenever we need to get one of these things up and going, and we can still get the chat, we can still get the chat and the stream going without having to have everybody in here, which is fantastic.
Yeah. So if you guys, I didn't mention this, and PJ just alluded to it there. I'm in New York at the moment. I'm doing this from my laptop in New York. So normally I'd be in office with PJ, but some things came up. I needed to get some dental work done, unfortunately, some emergencies, and I was able to still, take on the stream from New York. So I'm glad that you guys, my quality of camera may have been a little funky and it was shaking at times, but I appreciate you guys working with us. PJ, you were incredible as always, entertaining as always. You did an amazing job on the builds, sir.
You too, man. You did a good job.
I appreciate it. And Alex, shout out to you behind the cameras. Big shout out to Alex.
He's right there.
On the camera work.
He's right there. Maybe the camera will pan on him. Look, he's hiding. Come back here.
Nervous knee shaking a little bit. Kevin was in here, CJ. A little point. Kevin's intimidating now. He's an amazing guy. So big shout out to everybody involved. You would never have known we were in New York. That I give credit to Alex on that front from the production side. So yes, I'm not in the office at the moment. I am still working though. Emergency came up, so. But a big shout out to Alex over there. You see him in the corner there on the shot, saying a little "what's up" to the cameras. He's as he walks up to the PC. Hello, hey Alex, hi over there. 6 feet distancing. Yes, we have 6 feet distancing, but I think we are good to go. PJ with the dancing in the background. Is Alex getting on the mic? No, that's PJ on the mic.
No, that was me on the mic.
Okay, but yeah, thank you guys. I'm PJ and I think we're also very interested to see how many of you guys are interested in cars. So I know PJ and I have been having a conversation about cars recently, and that's something interesting that we know our PC relates to. So that is something that we will have to keep in mind for the future and internally talk about. But the cable work.
I am in like sin.
In there like swimwear is a saying I like to say, but. Think we are good to go ahead and close out the stream. I don't know if we have any mods in here. I would post it on my personal account, but the link will get denied if I post it. So
but dude, just shout out to everybody who stayed the whole time that we were in here.
Yeah.
We appreciate it. They will get better. Guarantee you that. The production actually is off the charts right now. Like shout out to Alex. He did all this. So the more we do these, the better it'll get. The other thing we're trying to do is maybe hopefully just do some quick B-roll YouTube series. We'd like to do that too, so we can always continuously keep giving you guys content, even though we can't always be live. But we not only hope, but we intend to bring these live streams back. So if you enjoyed it, just stay tuned. We'll keep doing it again, and the production will only get better.
Yeah, and as to how much the PC is, the last thing Uno, the PC is around
I'm melting.
5,400 USD, but and then we also do have payment plans available for the PC as well. So there's Alex on the screen. You guys get to see the man behind the camera. Alex also does build.
You know, I'm vertically challenged, right?
You guys thought I looked jacked on camera. Look at Alex over there for real games and gains. That's the real jacked guy of Origin PC.
What does Roby call him?
Palm Brady. Palm Brady. He's not wearing his ring today, but we got Palm Brady on the camera, a world champion there.
Yo, just kiss the rings.
Kiss the ring. Palm Brady on the stream. But it was good to thank you guys for hanging out. I know today was an incredible stream. We had an amazing time with you guys. Alex, I think you can head over there and start getting ready to put us on the ending soon screen. But let's see if there are any people. I was gonna say, if Alex wants to raid someone over there. Alex is on the Origin PC account right now, so Alex may be able to raid one of our amazing influencers that we work with. Let me check real quick on my end. I may be able to do the raid on my end. I just realized I am logged in on a different browser. So I think I'm gonna raid one of our newest amazing creators that we are currently partnered with, that I had the pleasure of speaking to and partnering. So I'm going to send over the raid to TSM Vis. TSM Vis is one of our newest creators that we just had the pleasure of now working with. So I'm going to send him over there. But
another build that Selena knocked out.
Another build that Selena did knock out. You guys have been incredible today. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you guys.
Thank you guys so much. Truly, it's been an incredible time. I'm going to send you guys over to TSM Vis, show him some Origin PC love. He is one of our newest creators. You guys have an amazing Thursday. Tomorrow's Friday, so we're almost at the weekend. Have an amazing
see you on the next one, man.
We'll see you on the next stream. And PJ, I'll be in office for that one. So have an amazing Thursday, rest of your Thursday. Have a good Friday and have a good weekend. Bring a Nerf gun to shoot me on the stream.
Yes, that would be fantastic. I like that.
Have an amazing one, guys.
Later, guys.
We will see you. We're going to start the raid, send it over to Vis, and we'll catch you guys on the next stream. Thank you, guys. Have an amazing one.